All right. Well, let's go ahead and start with the recap of last time. So
Yeah, what the fuck happened?
Yeah, what the fuck happened? So last game, we um were essentially going through a very creepy haunted tower slash house in the center of Leilon. And what sent us there was Torin was having these really ominous dreams, nightmares, that kept seeming to be surrounded around this central tower of Leilon. As you kind of investigated a bit more, you discovered this was what was called the House of Thalavar, and Thalavar was a wizard who kind of made his base of operations in this town hundreds of years ago. And after his experiments essentially going awry and being affected by what happened in the world known as the Spell Plague, where magic just went crazy, it blew up. Horrible creatures attacked the town, broke the town apart, and warriors from the town and from other cities came and like killed everything, and the town was eventually abandoned. You choosing to investigate this and figure out what the hell was happening, headed towards the House of Thalavar, and essentially found Galio, the wizard who had been charged by Lord Neverember to basically figure out what happened here and see if they could recreate it and repurpose that power for Lord Neverember's means. As you were doing that, you discover that Thalavar actually was haunting this tower in this perpetual nightmare of undeath and trying to scare everyone out of the tower, thinking that they were the ghosts, not him. After some really creepy things that went down, including Seducius aging several years and creepy animals running around and strange noises. You fought a couple of really strange undead beings that were brought in, and as well as Thalavar, who even after you destroyed him, came back the very next night. And you found that he consistently was possessing the body of Galio, the wizard that was sent there. After you kind of discovered all of these things, you found out the best way to essentially rid the ghost of this haunt would be to find a way to put Thalavar's body to rest. And after much attempts and tribulations, you found his body. You were able to bring him back to Marigold, the priest of Lathander, in the camp outside of town, and ask for a favor to cast a ritual spell on the bones so that you could consecrate them and bury them without trouble. You did so, and it seemed as though the dark miasma that was surrounding this tower cleared away. And that's kind of where we left off. You guys have all bedded down for the night in the camp outside of town, and so that's where we'll start, in the camp right to the south of Thalavar. Waking up in the morning to kind of continue on. That being said, I would like everyone, first thing to do for me is to roll a do a long rest and get all of your stuff back. We should be in a good spot for that now. Noise.
Love me some help.
Did you guys also see my new dice tray, by the way? Look how fancy it is.
Dude, that looks sick.
Yeah.
Is it deep? I couldn't tell. Is it kind of deep then?
It's pretty
So
deep. So it's like, here, let me see if I can give you like it's about that. Yeah, that's the depth there.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
It's really nice. So I splurged a little bit. If anyone knows or have heard of Wormwood Gaming, they're like a luxury gaming accessory thing. So it's not cheap, but like I've been wanting one for like years, and I was like, you know what? It's time. I'm just gonna buy it. I just like the way it sounds. I just could like do this forever. All right, so everyone's got their long rest up?
Yeah.
Yep.
Kind of sounds like you're playing Yahtzee.
Well, yeah. So you guys wake in the morning, kind of come outside of the large tent that was procured just for you guys. What would you like to do first?
Seducius is still old, right? And fat?
Seducius, remind me, Seducius, actually, I don't remember. I think you actually did ask Marigold to heal you.
Yeah,
because I believe you guys owe him 2 favors now.
I don't think I was healed, though. I think there was something else.
Okay, so maybe not.
I think we talked about it, and Marigold said there was like a spell or something, but it didn't happen that night.
Okay. But there is a way for Marigold to heal you. I do remember him telling you that for sure. So if you'd like to do that, you can do that first. It's up to you.
I would love to do that. Let's do that. Let's restore my beauty.
Wait a second, but if he does this, we have to owe him another favor?
Wow.
I mean, you definitely owe him at least one big one for casting ceremony on the bones.
I don't know if it's worth it.
Okay.
True.
True.
It's worth it.
Fine, whatever.
Dude, you could be like George Clooney, dude. You look good.
I mean, you're not wrong, except for that little gut that came with my old age. I can't have that right now.
Yeah, I'd say it's more like Russell Crowe. Russell Crowe put on some weight as he got older, so.
Like
Yeah.
post Gladiator Russell Crowe.
Oh, way post Gladiator.
Dude,
Yes.
the new movie,
Yes.
he looks enormous.
Well, you know.
Like 20 years past Gladiator.
Oh my god.
Am I also the only one who keeps getting Gerard Butler and Russell Crowe mixed up? Is that just me? Is that just a me thing?
They look kind
Did
of the
you
same.
say Gerard Butler
Yeah.
and Russell Crowe? Really?
I swear, I can't. It's not that I can tell. It's just like for whatever reason, I guess I discovered them at the same time, and I just think they're the same person.
Except Gerard Butler talks funny.
Well, they all talk funny.
Gerard Butler's like Scottish and
Yeah.
Russell Crowe's Australian.
Is that different? Is that two different
Same
things?
thing.
Same
Yes.
thing.
Yeah, pretty close.
Okay, anyway. Yes, I want Marigold to restore me.
So you do go through kind of the different tents, and you're looking. You guys did kind of sleep quite a while to rest up because you were pretty taken aback. So it's actually kind of late in the morning at this point. It's a little bit closer to like 9-10 a.m. And as you kind of look through the same places you noticed him to be in the camp before, you notice that he's actually not in the kind of clerical tent and medical area that he was last time.
Well, damn. Well, do you guys want to help me try and find Marigold? I wonder if he went back to the tower, maybe? Not sure where else he'd be.
Sounds like a waste of time.
Where are we? Where on the map are we right now? Are we in the settler camp, or where are we?
Yeah, you're in the settler camp. Most of the townspeople don't actually live in the town yet. They really are true to the word as settlers. Like they were coming here to try to rebuild this town. There aren't very many places inside the town that are habitable. So almost all of the townspeople live in the settlers camp. Yeah, there's only a few places inside where people have been staying. One, there's a small kind of ramshackle inn that's been set up in the town square area. And as of now, that's actually all that you know of.
Okay. Well, I mean, we can postpone my restoration until we come across Marigold again. Flux, what else do we have to do for Never Ember, whatever his name is? Never remember, never winter.
Never remember. Never winter.
Never remember his name.
Never ever.
Nebuchadnezzar.
Nebuchadnezzar. Not gonna work here.
Not gonna work here anymore.
Not gonna work here anymore.
Samsonite. Samsonite.
Mommy Swinson. Samson. I hate you guys. Maybe he's born with it. Maybe it's Marigold. I don't know.
God.
This is gonna be a fun night.
Man.
We all tired. We're exhausted.
Oh, man.
Yeah, right. That one right there, Jeremy. He just my priest, I think wanted us to just make sure that my dragon god Bahamut had a presence in this town, and that
Oh yeah, that's right.
oh my god, I have Salavar stuck in my head, and that's not the name of the god. What is the god? Can you help me remember, Nate? I totally can't
The
remember.
god that's currently has that like Marigold's a part of?
Yeah.
Lathander.
Yeah. Lathander, that's right. Lathander, okay. We just need to make sure that Lathander isn't the primary place of worship or theology, I guess. I don't know if it's a theology. I don't know. If he's not the only deity that's being prayed to, and or that religion isn't the only one in this town, that mine has a presence. So,
Right, and he was supposed to get like a temple, but it's a small one, right?
yeah, but I'm about ready to commandeer that fucking tower, man. Like, I'm just saying, talk shit about my Bahamut, I'll cut you. What? Yeah. Sorry.
Marigold was the one that you hate, right?
100%. 100%.
I mean, I feel like you kind of have to find him anyway to make sure they're gonna build a statue of your god. And I feel like they're probably all in town now, since the freaking tower's cleared out. They're probably working on shit there now. I guess we can
Maybe.
Guess we can look around the camp though and see where everyone is.
Can I just point out that Nicole just went straight from "I'll cut you" to then being super nice and sweet to her daughter in like a split second.
Listen, you gotta do what you gotta do to survive in this world, okay? Don't mistake my kindness for weakness. But yes. Yes. I will not hesitate to cut a bitch, trust me.
So if you want to find Marigold, there's a couple different ways to do it. Again, you could ask around here in the tent that he was occupying before. You do see some other priests and clerics of Lathander in this space. You could also find the other two council members that kind of run this shindig, Griselda and Valdi, the two other people that kind of run the 3-part council, kind of overseeing the settlement of Leilon, and see if they know where he is. Kind of up to you on if you're trying to find him. Those might be the best groups to kind of figure out where he's off to.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, unless anyone else has any other agendas right now.
Can we go explore any of these islands?
Sure. You've been on one of them before. So the smallest, closest one to the town, you actually were on when you fought the water. You saw like where the water elementals were, and when you freed the civilians, they were on this island. You can certainly go and explore the rest of the town if you'd like.
I mean, once we go find Marigold, whatever his name is, and if he's able to help Seducius, then are there more things he needs us to do inside this little town? Or I guess that's what I'm confused about.
They wanted us to help help build the town and get some businesses running, right? We're just talking about the fishery and
I see what you're asking.
the inn and
Yeah, so the Griselda, who's kind of like the main kind of council leader, she's like the kind of grumbly, agitated dwarf woman. She's kind of the leader of the council. And she was very appreciative of you clearing out the kind of evil cultists in the first place. And she did ask for further help building and just protecting the town as the settlers are getting it set up, maybe doing the odd mission here and there for rewards, of course, and payment. So there's certainly more that you could do to help if you didn't want to go seek out Marigold. You could also just talk to the townspeople and just see what they need. You also remember from last time that there was a half-orc woman that seemed a little bit concerned for a friend of hers who was a private, like a soldier, and they had been doing missions to the Mirror of Dead Men, but they didn't return.
Could we just leave?
Sure. Depends on where you want to go.
Go where?
I don't know. I mean, can we see the bigger map? Where?
Sure. Hold on one second. Burp. I have it up, don't I? No.
I don't really want to hang out here and do some construction. I just want to.
Well, we've got
why, but
Are we gonna do that
need
for
to
fun?
do what we can do to win these people over, especially the council members, so that I can at least make like represent, for my my chapter.
What's less want to do, less want to do is all I'm saying.
I get it. He can go on his own.
Nothing is making you stay in this town. There's no like prison or anything. But Flux is on a mission. If she wants to stay, it's kind of up to her and her character.
The boss.
And where are we right now?
Bottoms, like southwest, right above the Mirror of Dead Men.
I'm really.
Oh yeah.
I'm intrigued by that Mirror of Dead Men.
Really want to go to the Mirror of Dead Men.
I
think if we help the orc lady, we'll go there, right?
She did ask if you could go check it out.
Oh yeah.
Shit, let's do it.
All right, let's go for. Yeah, let's go talk to these town people and see if we can find Marigold. And...
We gotta find the orc lady first, I guess.
So I'd like everyone to roll a history check for me. Let's see if we remember who she is and if she's easy to find or not.
And got 12. I just watched that episode of New Girl. Jess works in the haunted house.
I just watched that one too, like 2 hours ago, when he punched her in the face.
Punches her in the face.
That's literally me in a haunted house, like for real.
Same.
I'm Nick in a haunted house.
I'm just like.
So for Sless, you remember that this was actually a half-orc woman named Breltora. And Breltora was a little timid, but found the courage to speak up during a council meeting to basically ask the council members if they could spare some help in finding her friend, Private Vester Jessup. She also mentioned that Sergeant Yoram, kind of the leader of the militia and the town guard here, that he kind of knows what the mission was and that what he was sending people down there for. So he might be someone to like go seek out. You remember that you talked to Sergeant Yoram as you were heading towards the House of Thalavar, but he was like not talking to nobody because he was getting the fuck out of the haunted house. So you could also try and seek him out, or you could seek out Breltora. Kind of up to you where you want to go.
Let's just go for Breltora. Let's go see if we can find her.
So we can pick that portion up. I'll say that you asked some of the townspeople around, and pretty easily you're able to kind of figure out where she is. It's a pretty small camp, so I wouldn't say that's particularly hard to do. They kind of point you over to a bit of a like work area where things have been cleared, and as you walk that way, you do see Breltora kind of seated on a bench with almost like a stone brick in front of her that she's taking a chisel to, just kind of ting 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 ting, kind of clearing it off and getting it square on all edges.
Oh, okay. Do you mind throwing the other map up there real quick?
Oh, sure.
Let me see where we're at. Sorry, making you go back and forth.
No, it's good. That's why I've got this tool. Burp, burp, burp. There you go. So you're still in the settlers' camp.
Oh, we're still on the bottom right there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cool. All right, so we're all going to approach Breltora. Is that what it was? Breltora.
Breltora.
Hey, Breltora. We heard you speak up during the council meeting last night or 2 nights ago, whenever that was, and want to see if we could talk to you.
Okay, yeah, sure.
So we were wondering if you could tell us a little bit about what is it? The Mirror of what?
Oh, it's the Mirror of Dead Men. It's where where they sent my friend, Vester. Are you gonna go there and help him?
I think we were. Is that something you still wanted us to do?
Yeah, I mean he's not back yet. The longer he's there, the higher the chance he's Not doing so good.
Yeah. Remind us, what was he going there for again?
Well, I mean, he was going there with all of the guardsmen. They're on a rotation to patrol the mirror. Not the safest place, and we're so close to it. So they do, patrols by the road, kind of nearby, making sure none of the bad things get too close to Leilon. So.
Okay. And just so we can know kind of what we're walking into, what are some of the bad things there that might happen?
She looks down at her chisel and the stone in front of her. She's like, I don't know, monsters. I'm not really much of a fighter. I work with my hands here. So if you want to know more of that, I'd probably say you need to talk to Sergeant Yoram. He knows a little bit more of that stuff. I just know that's where my friend went. My friend's not back, and it's been much longer than his normal patrol time.
Okay. How many runners patrol, do you know?
No, but I think usually they send maybe 10.
Okay. Where do you think we could find the sergeant?
Well, he's got a tent not that far, and she kind of points off a little bit over to the east over there. It's kind of one of the bigger ones. You'll recognize it by the smell. He sure doesn't know how to lay off the cologne, that guy.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, my friend Seducius here will be able to connect with him about that. All right. Well, I think we're gonna go talk to him, and then we'll go and see if we can find your friend.
Please. He's important to me.
That kind of friend. Okay, got it.
No, I didn't say that. I didn't. I just said he was important to me.
Got it. Okay.
Is he an orc too, or is he human?
He's a human.
Okay.
Is that an issue with you?
No, not at all. No, I just want to know who we're looking for. That's
Seems
all.
like an odd question to ask.
He just wants to know if you're into humans or other things. He's just, he's just trying to keep track of that.
Yourself there.
Yeah.
Greasy hair.
Wait, is she talking to you or me? I don't agree.
You.
Talking to
Seducius.
The loot.
The slick bag, dude.
Weird silvery skin.
Hey, you have to understand. My friend here used to be a hit with the ladies, but it's been a rough day. So we're gonna go talk to the sergeant. And
is he gonna be okay? Does he need a chair or anything? He looks a little old.
I'm gonna go hang myself.
Shot.
I think he'll be okay. He's actually he looks old, but he's actually pretty spry.
Okay.
So for an old guy.
Well, yes, Vester is very important to me. So just if you could bring him back. Okay.
Got it,
And then she
Vester.
just blushes and turns. Just weird for a green-skinned woman to blush, but you see her cheeks kind of lighten. And she just back to her her ting 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 ting, and every now and then she flits her eyes back up at you, trying not to make eye contact.
We're gonna go find the orc's missing lover. That's cool.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, we got to go talk to the sergeant first and get some details about the Mirror of Dead Men.
Okay, well, age before beauty, Celeste. Go ahead and lead the way. Leave us
Sure.
old men behind, okay?
You got it. All right, so we walk up to the tent that smells like Seducius. Sergeant. And
which you do find pretty easily, and as you walk up, you do notice there's the only real way to explain it is it just smells like patchouli and essential oils. It's not a good mix of scents.
Axe body spray.
Correct. It's like Axe body spray of D&D. Axe is actually spelled AX instead of AXE. It's weird. You do kind of open the little tent flap and see that Sergeant Yoram is kind of on a chair, very casual, feet up, propped up on the desk, just chilling, looking up at the tent roof. Doesn't seem to be doing any work, which is strange for the sergeant of the guard here at 10:30 in the morning. Yeah?
Hey, we're getting ready to head over to the Mirror of Dead Men, and wanted to know what you could tell us about that area, so we can kind of have a heads up.
It's a swamp.
It's a swamp. Thank you for so much detail.
You're welcome. And he just leaves.
We heard that there might be some monsters in that area.
Sure, yeah, definitely some monsters. That's a thing. Fuck that place.
Okay, and so I'm guessing you've been there.
Are you insinuating that I don't do my job?
Well, I'm just curious. I mean, there's a whole patrol that hasn't shown back up. I'm just curious.
Listen, I'm the sergeant. I send patrols places. It's my men and women to tell to go where they need to go. What are you trying to tell? What are you trying to say here, man? What are you trying to say?
I mean, are you not concerned if they don't come back?
Have they not come back yet?
Correct.
It's nothing. I'm not worried about it. It'll be fine.
Okay. Okay. Well, we're gonna head over there.
Okay.
And we're gonna bring Vester. And do you have any idea how many were on patrol with him?
And the last one, man, I guess I can look. And he he's this huge, just like guffaws. He like gets his legs off the counter and like goes through his paperwork. And he pulls it up and he's like, I don't know, what did I put here? Fucking like 7 people.
7 people. Okay. Got it. Well, you sit here and do nothing, and we'll go rescue them, and we'll see how many we can bring back.
This is called seniority. Okay, sir? You get to this little rank right here, and he like rubs the like badge on his shoulder that he's got. You can do the same thing.
Yeah, I've heard that. Once you're a manager, you kind of sit around and do nothing. So we're gonna head out, and we'll be back with your crew.
Cool, I guess. Thanks. I'll put in a good word for you with the growler.
Who's the growler?
Roll a history check.
Also, that's senior managers that sit back and do nothing, Jeremy.
So Seducius, you remember that he actually called the Griselda, the lead councilwoman, the dwarf woman, the growler.
Oh yeah.
But you
That's
also
right.
remember Sless, not Seducius, that Griselda is not fond of that name. But
Yeah.
Seducius does not know that.
I'll have fun with that.
Yeah, you will.
Growl for me.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Oh
Just
man.
wow. The levels that you're stooping to. Holy hell.
Listen, when you get older, you get a little desperate, okay?
Apparently. Ew, God.
So as you walk out of the tent, kind of turn around, and you do see actually hanging on the side of like a tent wall, like there's a little easel, and on the easel is actually a map of kind of Leilon and the southwest portion of the Sword Coast, and you do see in big letters Mayor of Dead Men down there, and it looks like it's got a patrol route marked as well.
Perfect. Well, let's just follow the patrol route. See if we can find out what happened.
Are you looking at it, or are you just gonna take it?
I think we should take the patrol route, right? I mean, what do you guys think? Just,
Yeah.
I mean, if we're gonna find them, they're probably somewhere along that route. Oh, Seducius, your sound is off again.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, now we can.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, I take it. I don't think anyone else is going to need it based upon that fuckface's response.
So you do take it, and he goes, okay, and like doesn't say shit. He doesn't care about anything that's happening. He doesn't want to get involved with anything that's any way close to work. And you guys exit from the place. As you look through the map, you do notice that there are lines kind of leading into the Mayor of Dead Men and several different kind of ways to go, but none are clearly marked, and you don't know which one Jessup would have taken. But you do see that they kind of go down the main road here. Let me see if I can give you a little marker. I'll use green. And they kind of all follow the main road and kind of branch down into the Mayor of Dead Men in different intervals. So there's a few different ways to kind of travel in that direction and see if you can figure out where they are. So there's a few different patrol routes that they would take.
Can we maybe, like, are any of us good trackers? Can we check the tracks and see if we can tell which kind of area seems to have been traveled the most recently? I don't know who would be good at that.
Let you guys decide that.
Torn could turn into like a dog or something and sniff out the trail.
Can I roll an investigation check?
Sure. It would be more of a survival check.
Over a survival check?
Mhm.
Okay. It's still +5, I'll take it.
Anyone who's looking at the map, kind of trying to study that, can roll that as well.
8 + 5, 13. Oh, wait, why does it say 4 + 4?
Looks like it's probably still got your old character sheet in there after your...
Oh, okay. It would be +5, so it would be a 9 then, technically.
Yeah, nothing on the
I
map
got
seems
12.
to make sense to you.
Well,
Torn or
How many
Zandria, are you looking at
pathways?
it as well?
1, 2, 3.
Let's look at it. What do we need to do?
Survival check?
Survival.
I got a 12.
4 different ways to go.
I think I got a 9.
I got a 17.
So Zendri
Oh,
kind of
there
like
we go.
rips the map out of your guys' hands. And she's like, look, it's right there. And Zendri, you actually notice that even though there are several patrol routes, they all seem to kind of start at the same kind of area that lead into the Mayor of Dead Men. So you've got a pretty good heading, and you actually do have the party kind of follow you as you walk not that far, just a few miles into that direction. And you actually end up getting there with relative ease. There's not too much struggle there. That being said, as you start to kind of transition from the like high road, you see the high road kind of almost has like a little path that leads a little more south, and it seems like there's a little footpath that leads more into the swampy area. And as you kind of get closer to it, and you look at the map and you look at that, you can kind of stop and you look around to your teammates and you say, hey, this appears to be the entrance into the Mayor of Dead Men that the patrol takes, that most of the patrol routes take. So this would probably be the best place to start. And so here you sit kind of between the solid ground of the high road going off into the more muddy, swampy area of the Mayor.
You want to go exploring?
Let's do this. Let's go find that missing lover.
Let's go.
So you start walking into the swamp. Can I get a marching order just so I know what order you guys are going in?
What did you say? You totally broke up on my end.
Can I get a marching order so I know what order you guys are going in?
Probably Zendri first, right? Because
Yeah, technically I'd be first.
Grab the map.
Sure. Zendri,
I'll go right behind her.
Yeah, for sure. Can Zendri and Celeste roll perception checks for me?
$18.
So as you start walking, kind of transitioning,
Hey.
and you're looking at the ground, trying to find ways to go, you do notice that there's a few things that seem very clear, like a patrol or something had been through here. You see that there's a large number of tracks that are apparent, and there's different kinds of footprints. They're strange. Some seem pretty obviously booted, like they seem like little boots in the mud of various sizes. You assume that's probably the guardsmen and guardswomen that were kind of going on this patrol. Others, though, seem different, almost reptilian. And I'll give you this with your earlier survival check as well, since I'll kind of call them together. They don't seem like they seem like they're bipedal, like they're walking lizards, based on the tracks you're seeing in the mud. You also notice that there are like ruts in the mud that are parallel and side by side, almost like a big track was dragged through somehow. And they seem, whatever was being dragged through seems like it was pretty heavy. So you're noticing some really strange things. Actually, you both roll. I'll give you one more based on what you both rolled. In between the two parallel tracks running through the mud, you notice there's like a slimy kind of goo in between them. So you are noticing like there's definitely been some travel here. Seems like the soldiers would have been here at one point in time. You're not sure by what capacity the further you go through. Zendri, can I have you roll a survival check for me again?
Yes. Whoops, I can't spell. Survival. 16.
16. All right. So here's, I think, how we'll do this. Give me 1 second. Okay. So as you're walking through this area, you're noticing like you're really in a different space now. The transition here between the hills and the foothills and the mountains that you left from the high road to the swamp has really been drastic, and it's really because of the proximity to the coast, and like there's a bit of a bay that has really made this area pretty shallow, where out further on the coastline it's pretty deep, and it's one of the interesting kind of places of Leilon anyways. It's built almost against this marshy land. And the further you go in, the more the humidity and the swamp kind of just takes over, and the fog and the trees and the mangroves just kind of block all of your vision, and it's getting a little bit darker even though it's pretty high noon and pretty bright outside, just because of the overcast and the fog kind of making it harder to see. Can I have... I would like the person in front and the person in the very back to roll nature checks for me. So Zendri and whoever was bringing up the rear, the very back position, to roll nature checks for me.
12.
Okay. So as you're walking through and just kind of like trying to move some of the vegetation and the brush out of your way, you notice your foot doesn't come up as quickly as it was before, and you're like just thinking maybe it's like some mud. You're not really thinking through it. You take another step, it sinks a little bit more, a little bit more, and the party is still following you all the way up until Seducius. They're all going through, just kind of following your lead, and before you know it, you're now maybe up to your calves as you look down, and you're like, my foot is not coming back up, and you're trying to gesture back to the party to tell them to stop, but it's too late. All of you have now ended up inside of this maybe like 15-foot space
Quicksand?
of quicksand.
Great.
Of course.
Sorry, guys. Tried to warn ya. Is there any nearby, like, vegetation that is strong enough for us to, like, throw some rope at and pull us out? Or is
Roll
it
a
just
perception check.
18.
Yeah, there's some things around that seem like they might be strong enough for you to throw stuff on. Pretty much all of you at this point are like up to your calves, maybe your knees for Zendri since she was in there first before. Can I have Flux? You're in pretty heavy armor, right? Oop. She's like, no, quicksand's not.
she actually just sank to the bottom right there.
Yeah, she's done. Fuck quicksand. Fuck your couch. Flux, you're wearing pretty heavy armor, right? Yes, no, maybe so. Flux, can you hear me? Flux. Hello. Flux.
She's fluxed up, dude.
She's gone. She left. Flux. Maybe her mic's not working.
She's hypnotizing in quicksand.
Her mouth isn't moving either.
I know. I wonder if she's dropping.
Right now, Flux is stoned out of her mind.
No, everything just cut out, all sound, and everybody got all like robotronic. So, what happens? I know we got into quicksand, and then what happened?
You're wearing
You're
relatively
tripping over
heavy
there.
armor, correct? I'm pretty sure you have like metal armor on. Great. I need you to roll two things.
Okay, I do.
First thing I need you to roll is a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
And then I would also like you to roll a strength check for me.
Tick tight. Let's find out what I get for my wisdom saving throw. 13.
Okay.
And then you said strength.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Uh, 14.
Okay. You're able to kind of like hold off onto the edge, and you're not freaking out just yet, but you're kind of starting to lose composure a bit. But you're still hanging in there, and you're trying not to panic because you remember the more you struggle, the faster you sink. But you are able to kind of brace yourself and hold off on it from pulling you down a little bit further. But everyone does sink another foot or so into this quicksand, kind of up to your all of you are up to your knees now, kind of going down a little bit more.
That's great.
Zendri, you did see that there are some branches and things you can try and throw a rope around, see if you can pull yourself out of this point as well.
Yeah, did you guys want to give that a shot? I don't know if you want to do it one by one, or if maybe we need to...
Yeah, I mean, I have a rope too, so I could try and kind of tie a knot on the end, make a loop and see if I can throw it around a tree branch or something.
Yeah, let's give it a shot.
Who's the strongest out of all? Who has the highest armor? Would it be armor class then, I guess? Who has the most?
No, it'd just be highest strength or athletics.
Okay.
But you can also just look at each other and see who's probably the strongest.
Yeah.
I mean, it's probably me.
Go away.
No, listen. Even
Not
before
when
you
you're
got,
Seduce,
even
if
before
you
you
can
got
do me a
old, it
favor,
wasn't.
roll
It was
a
Torin.
wisdom saving throw real quick. Like
It's
to see
literally
if you're
probably
panicking at this moment or not.
Me or Torin at this point.
Tell you what, though, Torin better hope he's not going to rely on me to pull him out.
Seducius, save wisdom.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Right. You're still okay. You're not freaking out just yet.
I'm getting close though. I could feel the quicksand getting close to my crotch area, and I'm kind of getting sweaty
Excited.
now.
You get excited.
All right. So who's throwing this rope to try to get out? All right.
I've got some.
I have rope.
All right. Well, whoever's doing it, let me know so I can give you some
Me.
tips at this. All right. So you throw your rope. Let's first have you just roll just a straight dexterity check. So check dexterity. See if you can.
Wait, like, check dex?
Yeah, that'll work. That should, I think. Nice. All right.
A natural 20?
So you throw it up.
There we
and
go.
It almost is like a whip. It just like grapples in there, and you're like, "Wow, I got this thing! Like it's not going anywhere." It grabs a hold of it. As it grabs a hold of it, though, you do notice and you hear a little bit off in the distance, but not too far, unsettling enough. This.
Oh, no.
Would you like to pull yourself out?
Of the sand?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Roll a strength check for me.
No, I'd rather just hang out here and just see what happens.
18.
Yeah, you are able to actually like get out of it, and you're like back up past your knees, past your calves. You can kind of feel your toes kind of grabbing it, and now you're just kind of dragging yourself out of the area until you feel solid ground around again. Everyone else, though, sinks about another foot into this quicksand.
Okay.
So now you're up to about almost your waist.
Can
Well,
I,
honestly-
like, unhinge my rope and, like, try and, like, throw it at them?
Sure.
And
So
try
you
and
want to be the
pull it
person to hold it? Sure, yeah. So you
I mean,
pull it off. Already did it. Said you were going to do it. So now you've got it in your hands, and you throw it out. Who's the first person who's going to grab it? Celeste was right behind you, so I'm assuming he's first.
Yeah.
All right. I
Yeah.
would like both of you to roll an athletics check.
You should have left it attached to the tree.
Oh god.
What if it snapped?
Hey.
For right now, you're able to pull Celeste out. He does. He is able to get it out of there, and you see him kind of come up near you, also safely out of it. Everyone else though sinks. You guys
like
are
an
all
animal.
up now to your chest.
Okay.
Help!
Okay, listen.
Help!
I can't feel my balls anymore. Please help me.
And you're still hearing. and you're still hearing this.
Hold please.
Get me out of here.
And can I like find it? Hold on here. Is there anything I have?
Take your time. We're just hanging out over here.
You're fine. You're the last. You're like barely even being swallowed right now.
Torin, can I have you roll a wisdom saving throw as well for me?
I want to turn into an animal.
Okay.
Right.
Sure.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can you like turn into a vicious something?
Well, I don't know how deep this is, so that's what I was literally trying to decide this whole time as we're sinking.
I bet you a spider could walk on the quicksand.
No.
I don't know if they could.
No.
I was
You
thinking
could turn
like a
into
scorpion.
God.
A scorpion? Oh, that's
Or like a hawk to hover and use like
Oh, I can't.
talons to like grab us.
I can't fly yet.
Damn it.
I know. One more level. I'm gonna
Sweet
do.
sauce.
I know. Well, it's like I don't think an alligator can swim in quicksand. That's not how that works. So I'm gonna try a spider, little baby spider.
Okay, you want to be like a small spider? Sure. So you.
Yeah.
And luckily, the spell seems to like go from where your head is, and you are actually a spider on top of the quicksand.
Oh, nice.
Can you do me a favor though? And I would like
Yeah.
you to roll an athletics check as the spider.
Make sure I added it.
It's just me and Seduceus like, eh.
You guys see this little spider in front of you, like that motherfucker.
You're like, where the
So before I forget for Seduceus, do you remember a few weeks ago we got like a call in the middle of the night, an alarm call?
Just know you're on Twitch, by the way, wherever this is coming.
I know. I was talking to the alarm guy yesterday, and it was set too sensitive, and it was spiders.
Spider
that
webs.
set-
Spider
It
webs.
was, yes, that set the motion.
what?
You're
No.
kidding.
Yeah, they were covering the
1000%.
screen.
That's
Yes.
hilarious.
Never coming
I am
back.
not a
I'm
fan.
never coming back.
Not a fan.
Hilarious.
All right, how did that acrobatics check or that athletics check work out?
So I actually haven't done it yet. How do I do it from him? He doesn't
let's
have an athletics section.
He probably has like a strength bonus, or a,
Yeah, he does. Plus 2.
So do
No. Actually, it's -4.
nice. Yeah, do that
Sick,
for
dude.
me.
Sick.
So it's a 1d20 -4.
Oh, I rolled a 19. Perfect.
Oh, that's
so
good.
it'd be
Yeah.
15.
So you actually land on top of it, and you kind of real quick just scurry right off the edge next to where you see safe ground between Sless and Zendra. You are out of the quicksand.
Okay.
Yeah, it's okay. We're just dying over here.
So
You guys are now up to your necks.
Oh my
Can you-
gosh.
can you transform out of whatever you were, your little spider now, and then be someone really big and strong?
Yeah. I have
Because then
one
we
more.
can all play tug of war and try and get them out.
All right, I will convert into a war horse.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, and then we can throw the rope out so that both of them can grab onto it, and then we can try and pull them out.
Is it above the quicksand, or is it just my neck?
Right now, it's your like your arms and your neck are above it. Your wisdom saving
okay,
throws
great.
for both of you actually helps you remember to not freak out and keep your hands high.
That's great. That's cool. All right.
Stay calm, Seduceus. The worst thing you can do is
calm.
freak out. Stay very calm. Don't move. Take slow, deep breaths. Do not panic, okay?
Yeah, everything's awesome.
All your heart.
You know how long it's gonna take to get sand out of my fucking loot?
Doesn't matter. You know how long it's gonna take to get sand out of your fucking lungs?
You're schmoot.
Are we sleeping or are we like?
What was that noise? I don't know what that noise is, but I need to get out, okay? I need to get out of here. I'm starting to freak out, you guys. Help.
All right, so the rope is
Um,
around the warhorse that Torin has turned into. You've thrown it out there. You can see like Flux's nose, like just barely trying to keep her eyes above. I need Seduceus and Flux to both roll acrobatics checks for me. See if
Oh
you
my
can grab
gosh,
the
you
rope.
Oh, you better catch it.
And
I'm
then
gonna die.
if you catch
I'm
it,
gonna die.
just know you're gonna have to roll athletics checks right after.
I got a 16.
16, nice. Okay. Seduceus.
I was about to type acrobatics.
You are both able to actually grab the rope.
Nice.
Torin, I would like you to roll a strength check as well at advantage because you are a giant warhorse and you have people helping you. See if we can get them out. And while you're doing that, I need everyone to roll initiative.
Oh, great.
Here we go. Shit's hitting the fan.
All right, guys. I think it's just a Snorlax.
I got 11. 11.
Oh my god.
I just need Torin's roll.
Oh.
Oh, you're doing initiative. Sorry. You're good. Initiative's right. Sorry, I thought you guys were rolling the strength check.
18.
Perfect. So you are able to like grab them. Everyone holds on. They pull them out. You see they're still covered in this like slimy, wet sand, and they pull out. They're still just like catching their breath as like they felt their body like pull. And then as soon as that happens, you walk straight smack dab and just barely avoid the chomping jaws of a huge alligator who is going right for your horse's neck. So let's get some initiative in place.
I should have changed it to a freaking alligator, dude.
You should have, yeah. Could have figured out one.
How many are we seeing?
Oh, there's more than one.
What?
Never seen a horse fight an alligator before. Be interesting.
Just stomp on him.
World Star.
Alligator fight.
Well, that's true, yeah, because it's your second animal, right? So you can't transform
That's
again.
why I didn't want to do it, but I did it for the crew.
Did we determine how many there are yet?
I'm about to tell you. Oh, there's a lot. Shit.
At least 15.
Sick.
Didn't know we were in Florida.
Guess when I'll jump on my back and just ride away.
Bro, where's Steve Irvin at?
We're in the Everglades.
What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. Should be 3. Okay. And then let's get you guys in there. Insert party. The long swords. All right. So I'm just going to, this one's going to be a drawn map, just so you know, because they don't always make ones for this, but that's cool. It'll let us play around a little bit. All right. So this orange space behind you here is the quicksand. There are trees and brush all around you in a lot of different areas.
Are you just doing a little MS Paint
My
here?
map looks like this.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
Right now?
That's it. That's all you
What
got.
the
Sometimes you just got to make what you have in front of you work.
That's just Hawaii right there.
That's it. It's just the map.
It really is.
Like a little path and some grass. Neat.
This right here answers the question. Like, I wonder if Nate draws those really incredible maps and drawings.
I do. I just need more time than like 5 seconds. So you do actually see that there is one huge alligator that is chomping down on Warhorse Friend over there, trying to at least. But there are 3 other smaller ones. Seems like it's brood, kind of following along with it. All right. So Flux, what do we get for initiative?
I got 11.
11. And Seducius?
6.
6. Sick tight. Celeste?
Yeah.
11.
11. And Torn?
Let's do it too.
Yeah, initiative check for me, please.
And how many did you say there are?
There is 1 huge one and 3 smaller ones.
Okay.
4.
4.
Lovely.
All right, Zendri got a 7. All right, I'm just going to space you out a little bit. Oop, that's not what I wanted to do. All right, Zendri was closer to here. Torrin's up near the front as a huge warhorse. Just remember you're a warhorse. Celeste is nearby. Seducius just got out. And... Oop. Insert. I don't know where my monsters went. That's not fun. Crocodile. And giant crocodile.
And just so I have an idea of what are they like on here?
I'm putting them on right now.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, they were on there before and then they disappeared somehow. I don't know what happened. So I'm just getting them right back in. Ooh, he got a 20. That's not so great. Just want to make sure I have my giant one in there. 1, 2. I don't need you actually. Insert my giant one. All right. So one huge one in front of the others. The other three are kind of behind and trying to surround you, it seems. But first up on deck is going to be one of the smaller crocodiles. And he is going to go for the biggest character he sees, which is Torn. That's that warhorse. And he is going to try and bite down on you, friend. With his bite attack. That's almost certainly going to hit your warhorse. Yeah, that's a... Yeah, it's a 17 to hit. I know that hits you. So your horse takes 7 points of damage. And you're gripped in its jaws. So you can't quite get out of it. He's kind of chomping down on a leg and not letting you escape. You are currently grappled in this moment.
Great.
That'll end its turn. Bring us to another crocodile. And this one is also going to charge forward and get a little piece. Can he get over there? Let me see. Yeah, that should have been enough. So he'll circle back around. Actually, I think he can only get to about there from where he was. So that'll end his turn. Flux, that brings us to you.
All right. I want to use my extra attack on this one. And I want to go for... Hold on, I can't really see where I'm at on here. I guess I'm closer to C3, the little smaller guy.
Yeah, you're close to like C3, C1, G1. You can hit pretty much. You can get to pretty much all of them.
Okay, I want to try my my extra attack on C3.
Okay.
And I want to use my longsword and my my sickle, I guess, because that's my only other. So
you can still attack with the same weapon. You don't have to like switch.
Oh.
If you're gonna switch weapons, it would basically be like it would almost be like a whole action to like put a weapon.
Like two weapon fighting, because I have the bonus action of 2-weapon fighting. So.
Yeah, so 2-weapon fighting means you have 2 weapons like ready to go. So like your sickle is like a big ass 2-handed fucking Reaper sickle.
Gotcha.
You can't switch between those 2.
Okay, gotcha.
But you do have extra attack, so you can still attack twice with your longsword.
Okay, I'm gonna do that then. I want to attack twice with my longsword.
Okay, roll to hit. And feel free to roll twice right now, since I know that you're gonna do both.
I got 7, and then I got 26.
26 does hit. That's a critical, right? That's a 20.
Oh, yeah, it's a 20 plus a. So can I right?
Right click
Can I right
and
click
do
for
critical.
damage?
Yep.
Tight.
Stick tight.
Toy. 13.
13, nice. Huge hit on this dude as he kind of like screams in pain. He's still alive, but he's not doing so hot. Anything else on your turn, Flux?
Nope.
Okay. That'll bring us to Celeste then. It's your turn. You're muted, by the way, Celeste.
Whoops.
Whoops.
So since Flux did so much damage to the big one, I'm gonna see if I can take care of the 3 little ones.
She went through after one of the little ones.
Oh, I thought you did the big one.
Correct me.
So you went after C1?
Were you going after the big one or the small one?
C3, that's the one I was closest to.
Yeah, so that's one of the small ones.
Oh, okay. Which one's the big one?
Can you see it on your map or no?
G1.
Well, they all look the same.
There should be one that's like significantly larger than the others.
Oh, let me refresh. I don't. Oh, now I see it.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. Okay. Well, either way, I'll attack the C1, 2, and 3.
Okay.
I'm gonna do Scorching Ray.
Okay.
Question for you. So every level, it's the same hit damage, but like on third level and on notes it says count +1. And then like fourth level it says count +2. Does that mean something?
I think it means how many targets you get, but let me double check. Yeah, you create, so like at the basic one you get 3 rays where you can just do it 3 times. As you cast at a higher level, you can go to 4 rays, 5 rays, 6 rays, so you can hit more targets.
Got it. Okay. Well, then can I just try and hit all 4 then?
Sure, if you wanted to.
Okay, let's do that.
Okay. So roll to hit 4 times for me.
Already dead, by the way.
One's already dead. I put it on the field by mistake.
Oh, okay. We're not.
But you still have 4 targets if you want to do 4.
Gosh, I'm not hitting any of them.
You're not adding your bonuses, but hold on.
Well, yeah, it's +6, right? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. 6.
Okay.
So hold on, let me just check armor classes real quick, see if you get any of these guys. Armor class. So the only 2 that hit were
the first and the last, right? The 13 and the
first and
24.
So I'm assuming the first one
would have been the big guy.
Actually, that would have missed. That wouldn't have been enough.
Oh, there you go. I guess I'm just hitting one of the little ones then.
Mm-hmm. So you'll hit C2 out here if you want to go ahead and roll damage.
Okay.
You don't want to roll those fancy dicey bot?
All the ones on my iPad? I like doing it here so everybody can see.
Yeah, it's all good. All right, so you do 6 points of damage. Actually, you do 9 points of damage because of your elemental affinity. So, anytime you do fire, I think it's one of your feats that you picked up. You do 3 extra points of damage.
Oh, okay.
So just a heads up. But yeah, nice, good, pretty good meaty hit. He definitely sees some scorch marks come back. Anything else you'd like to do on your turn, sir?
Nope, that is it.
Okay. So that will actually bring us to the one that you just set ablaze, and he is going to be pissed, so he's going to charge right for you, Sless. And he's also going to try to bite down and kind of clamp you in his jaws. That will hit you, and you take... where are you? Come here, my crocodile friend. And you're going to take 7 points of damage. You're also grappled, so you cannot move from this position.
Can I do Hellish Rebuke?
You can.
Okay, let's do that.
What's the DC on it? 14 again?
14, yeah.
He fails. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Perfect. There we go. It's going to backfire on him. 3d10.
Nice. This dude just erupts from these flames inside of him, and you see him kind of come out of his jaws as he is reduced to cinders. He is now dead. All right.
Nice.
Zendri, that brings us to your turn.
He just killed C2?
Yep. So there's 2 small crocodiles left and then the big boy.
Okay, so I'm very curious about where the hell is it? My magic circle?
Oh, is it like a spell that you have?
Yes. My question is that, like, let's say I were to cast this spell, it creates basically a protection barrier for all of us if we're within this radius. and I can keep the creatures out. But can we do anything from inside of this thing?
I'm reading through it right now.
It doesn't actually say anything.
So it wouldn't work on these creature types. It only works against celestials, elementals, fae, fiends, or undead. Those are more of the like either like heavenly or zombie type creatures or like undead type creatures. These are beasts through and through. They're just swamp creatures. So it wouldn't work on them.
Sick. Shoot.
And just for future reference, though, you would still be able to attack out of the circle, from what I can see so far.
Cool.
Also, just the only other thing I would put out there, though, is this spell takes a minute to cast. This isn't really a combat spell. This is like I'm going to prepare my battleground spell.
So you would have to like prepare it, and then how would you know to prepare it?
I mean, there are times where you know you're going to go fight. Like you knew that you were going to go into the House of Thalavar again. You could have done it ahead of time in a way to try to like, protect the space you were in. So it just kind of depends.
Well, I'm going to attempt my inflict wounds. My 3rd level on this big guy.
Okay. Go ahead and roll to hit.
All right, hold on. Let me go back to that. 25. 20 plus 5.
Nice. Critical hit. Go ahead and right-click on that damage and do a critical for me. Good hit.
Right-click?
Yep. If you right-click on that damage section, it'll say... Oh, are you on your iPad? Press and hold. Sorry, my fault. Press and hold.
You're fine. I was going to say... where am I pressing and holding? It
just on the damage. So like where it says like 4d8 or whatever that damage dice is.
Hospital. I was just calling to confirm that we're seeing Bo tomorrow at 2:30.
64?
You did 64 points of damage?
Hold, please.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
64?
Hold on. I'm going to screenshot that.
What the
Come back. Come put it back on the screen. Send me a screenshot.
Okay.
Like crocodile guts all over us.
Like,
yeah, fuck it. I mean, he's close enough. I don't give a shit. So you touch this crocodile, because I just think it's cool, and why not? We'll let you one-shot it. He's pretty close anyway. You touch him just on the jaw that he's got clamped on one of, just about to clamp down on Torin. You just touch his mouth, and you're like, no! And he just erupts. It's just like fucking crocodile guts fucking everywhere, and they're desiccated and half rotten now with the inflict necrotic damage that you put on him, and it's just a thing. And all you have left in your hand is like this crocodile fucking jawbone that's just gone. You're just covered in like green slime. Like I fucking hate swamps. I hate quicksand. This is not where cats belong.
Nope, not at all.
You drop the jawbone like you drop a mic.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I dare
Savage.
ask Zendri, anything else on your turn?
I'm just gonna queue up my handy dandy meow meow.
Nice. All right, we'll get meow meow out as well. I need my friend here. I just need to make a shortcut for meow meow. I don't know why I haven't yet, but I should. Packs. What's up? Packs. Where'd you go? Treasure assets. Let's do this for meow meow because I think it's pretty. Where'd you go? Come here. This is gonna be your meow meow today. This little square.
Perfect. A little gem.
Yeah, a little gem.
That's a tesseract.
That's right. All right. So meow meow is out. That brings us to Seducius. You have just seen this creature explode in front of you.
Seducius is mortified by these giant crocodiles and was going to shit himself before. Now he doesn't know after seeing this if it's shit or quicksand in his pants. But nonetheless, I'm going to scoot up just a little bit.
Okay.
And then I just need. I'm basically gonna cast Shatter. Kind of position it like right here.
Sure. Yeah, that would hit both.
Because it'll hit both. Yeah.
DC 14 still, right?
Yes.
Is it a wisdom save or a con save?
It is a wisdom. No, sorry, a con save.
Con save. So first one fails. Second one also fails. Natural 1. All right. Go ahead and roll damage for me, sir.
Uh, 17.
Nice. They both are dead actually.
Suck it. You've been seduced.
You've been seduced.
Crocs.
All right.
See, maybe you should stay old.
All right. So all of the crocodiles have been killed. Torin, your warhorse leg has been freed. You are still a warhorse. You're inside of the middle of this swamp, kind of recovering from that, kind of going onward. How would you guys like to proceed?
Can we get the fuck out of here?
Roll a survival check for me.
Oh man. I think we're gonna have to be extra cautious.
Is it just you doing it?
Ooh,
Got
nice.
20.
So yeah, you're actually you are able to kind of go forward a little bit, and as you're kind of looking through around this, you do kind of catch the trail of those like track marks running through the mud and the marsh again, and able to kind of make a heading. So as you're going through, what's the order of events? Who's going in what order again? What's the marching order? Who's going first?
I'm going first because I'm really scared and want to leave.
Okay, can you roll another survival check for me?
Yes.
As you walk into more quicksand.
I mean,
So what's that give us? Let's see. Okay. So as you're kind of following the trail, actually, first and last person in the marching order, roll a perception check for me. I just want to see how this works out.
I'd probably be last.
So Seducius and Flux, roll perception checks for me.
Okay. I got 12.
Okay.
21.
21.
Oh, inverted numbers.
What languages do you speak, Seducius?
Just common and celestial.
Okay. So you don't, you can't understand it, but you are certain you hear a language coming from behind a few trees. It is loud, it is guttural, and it seems aggressive. Like there's more than one voice, and they seem to be arguing with each other, but you can't tell what they're saying.
All right. Am I the only one that hears it?
No, I would say at this point you've kind of shifted them and told the rest of the people about it. But you were the first person who heard it.
Okay. Well, as much as I want to get out of here, guys, that doesn't sound good, but I feel like if we're going to find that missing crew, maybe we should go take a peek and see if whoever that is has something to do with the missing squadron.
Sounds good. Let's go.
Yeah.
Who's going in that direction towards the noises, and how are you going that way? It's kind of you see it coming from, you hear it coming from behind like a pretty big dense portion of bushes, so you can't really see around it. Do you want to like just walk up? Are you trying to like say friendly? What's the game plan here?
Well, can any of us understand it?
Let's look.
I speak also deep speech, draconic, and infernal. I don't know if it's any of those.
Let's look. Not for Celeste. Not for Torin.
Dwarvish. What the hell is Dwarvish?
It's a dwarf language.
Dwarfs.
I speak dwarf.
You speak dwarf.
All right.
No, none of you understand it.
God, okay. But I feel like we need to kind of be really cautious approaching, right? I mean, based on what just happened there, and it doesn't sound great. Yeah, I feel good about kind of sneaking up to the kind of edge and see if we
I'll
can
stay
poke
back a little bit.
kind
I'm clomping around.
Who's gonna go check it out?
I'll go up there with
Check it out.
Seducius.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it
I feel
out.
like I'm pretty confused.
So anyone who's
What are
trying
y'all
to go roll a stealth check. Flux, you said you're gonna go check it out too. So remember that you roll stealth checks at disadvantage because of your armor.
Shall I just stay back here with Torin? You said you weren't going, right?
I was gonna not peek right away and just see.
Oh man.
I rolled a 5. I can't be sneaky.
I could also. Well, it's kind
Me
of probably
neither.
too late, but I could use that spell that makes us sneaky. I don't.
Too late.
Too late
My
now.
first roll was
But that would have been the right time to do it, Torin. That's why I'm trying to like give you some like, hey, how do you want to do this? I'm trying to give you some room.
I want to stay a horse.
But it's up to you. So you're still a horse.
Maybe we'll do that.
What were the other stealth checks, by the way?
Okay, so I'm rolling
I
a
rolled a
disadvantage. I
9.
gotta roll twice, right? And it's the lesser of the two. So my first roll was 21. It was a natural 20 plus a 1.
Nice. Okay.
And hopefully this is even better. 19. So still not bad.
Suck it. Disadvantage.
Yeah.
Zendri stayed with Torin, right?
Yeah.
And then Celeste, what did you get?
9.
9. Okay. So as you are kind of walking through, Flux is really trying to like pad her armor a little bit, make sure it's tight so it doesn't make any noise, and she's going really sneaky and she's like getting pretty close to it. Flux, you do actually see as you kind of like push some of the leaves quietly across the way, you kind of look through it and you see that they actually the shapes of these three huge creatures. They are giant, but they also seem to be green skinned and like covered in warts, like this huge bulbous nose. Can you roll a nature check for me?
Mm-hmm.
Swamp Thing.
It is Swamp Thing. A hobbit.
And
Oh,
then
natty
run
20,
through
baby.
the-
Natty 20. All right, let me
Natty
show
20.
you what you see.
Dude, you've been natty lay all night, dude. Just pop out.
Come here. So you actually see something that looks kind of like this. Do you see it on the map? Just so I know.
Mm.
You might need
Yeah.
to refresh.
Ooh, that's grimy.
That was
And
like
you
Craig a little
recognize this as a troll. And there are 3 of these creatures screaming at each other, seemingly fighting over the corpse of something that looks to be a humanoid lizard creature. In fact, one of the lizard's legs had been ripped off, and one of them is like eating it, like quickly trying to keep it away from the others. He's doing like one of those big brother things, keeping it away. And you just hear like, and the other one's like, and they're just like fighting over these things. Once you notice that and you're like, fuck, I need to tell everyone to like, you're just about to turn around and tell people to like back away. And as you do that, you see Seducius and Celeste almost in unison go, fuck no! And then they all turn around and notice the lot of you. I need everyone to roll initiative again.
Oh no!
How tall are these things?
So much
Are they
care
really
to
tall?
chill.
They are very tall, yes.
You said initiative?
Like more
Okay.
than 8 feet, 9 feet tall. These things are huge.
Like 10 feet? Okay.
I got a 4.
Yeah, me too. You jinxed me. Jesus.
What did you get on that earlier? Stealth. You got a natural 20, so I'm just going to give this to you since you did so well on that stealth check and you were able to kind of assess. You notice these things have been fighting for a while, though, Flux. They don't seem to be at full strength. Just a heads up.
Oh, tight. Okay.
They look disgusting.
My initiative is 9.
Just like at work.
Got him.
Hey, listen, takes one to know one,
Wow.
motherfucker. Twins, fool.
All right, Flux, what did we get on initiative? Flux, what did we get?
9.
9. Nice.
9.
And then Seducius?
I got a 4.
Ooh, not much better. All right. Celeste?
Yeah. Jeez.
Celeste?
Oh, 6. Sorry.
And then Torin?
Oh wait. Oh, 13. Yeah, I was like, where is it at?
And you're still a horse. Zendri?
4.
4. Also, Torin, just a heads up. You guys, you're probably about your animal shape only lasts for about an hour. You've been walking through the swamp since you last turned into a horse for about a half hour. So just keep that in mind. I don't.
I thought it was 3 hours on this one.
Is it? I might be wrong.
Well, this one was special. It has like if I was reading that right, let me. Wait, where'd it go? I don't know. I'll figure it out. Let me see if I remember that.
Look, I look at
Also, your meow meow is gone as well, by the way, Zendri. So just know you'll have to bring it back if you need to.
Wait, why?
Your meow meow only lasts, I think, like 10 minutes.
Oh yeah, I always forget that.
But I'll bring it back if you want it. But he is not currently in the field.
Just like Seducius, about 10 minutes.
Oh boy. I mean, for most that's enough. Right?
Yeah.
It's more than enough.
Your dreams.
Old Seducius or young Seducius? Did he get better with age, or did he
Old
ripe
Seducius.
like milk?
Actually, I think I'm gonna get better with age.
Nice. Probably. All right. So first up is going to be one of our troll friends, and he is going to just charge around, kind of find a pocket in the bush. And what's his speed? He can't go too far, I don't think. 25. So he's just going to go there and stop because he can't go much further. That'll end his turn, and that brings us to Torin. It is your turn, my friend.
Gosh. Yeah, it says you can stay in beast shape for 3 hours before reverting back to your normal form,
Oh, perfect.
or as a bonus action earlier if you fall unconscious back
Perfect.
to 0.
Yeah, then you got plenty of
I
time
don't know.
left. Plenty of time.
I don't know if that changed because I think it was 1 at one point.
It might have been with the level up that I didn't catch, but it's all good. Bueno,
okay.
bueno.
I am gonna go. Dude, I don't know. Should I attack this guy as a horse? I can't probably go that far.
Oh yeah, you can. I think your speed as a horse is like.
Oh, it's really good actually. Yeah. Okay, let me double check what his attack is. So his hose action, melee attack, +6 to hit. It can reach 5 feet, so I'll just get right up in there.
Okay. Yep. Totally.
And then I'll just do one of these bad boys. Why not?
Let me know what you got to hit. Be a D20 +6.
Oh gosh, I rolled a 4, so that's a 10.
That does miss. This dude's got like some pretty tough skin, so he's able to kind of combat that for you.
That'll end my turn, I guess.
Okay. That'll end your turn. That will bring us to Flux. You've got one troll that's now kind of run through the brush, charged through the vegetation blocking you, kind of above you, and then the 2 others that you can kind of see through them. You can try and squeeze through the bushes if you'd rather go straight. You'll just only be able to move 15 feet instead of 30.
Okay. I think I'm gonna go for T1 over here.
Okay. And what would you like to do?
I think I want to cast Searing Smite.
Okay.
And attack with my longsword.
All right. Roll to hit.
Go. That's a 10.
That misses. But again, you still have extra attack, so you can pretty much always, anytime you make a swing with your sword, you can make a second one if you'd like.
Yeah, I want to make a second attack.
And then just so I know you're like set up here, do you have a shield and a sword? Okay.
Yes.
So good. Yeah, go ahead and roll again.
24.
24, that hits for sure. Go ahead and roll damage, and you still have Searing Smite up, so that does the damage as well.
So damage is 7 with the sword, and then Searing Smite adds another 6. So 13.
Nice. All right. This dude already seemed a little bit bloody, but you've taken a bitty big chunk of him as well.
Cool.
Anything else you want to do on your... That's actually your bonus action and your stuff.
That's it. Yeah, that's it.
Check. One quick thing about Searing Smite. I have to confirm spells. Searing Smite. Target at the start of each turn. So just remember that now with Searing Smite, he is actually on fire and can possibly take more damage going forward at the start of each of his turns. So just help me remember that he is ablaze with Searing Smite. But that brings us to one of the other trolls. He is just going to charge right through and try to get as close to Seducius and Celeste as he can because he saw both of you. And the first thing that he's going to do... first thing he's going to do is take a bite at Celeste and just try to like chop off your head because he's like way bigger than you. He can fit his like your whole head in his mouth easily. That will definitely hit. You take 7 points of damage from his teeth as he chomps onto the top of your skull there. And then he's going to reserve both of his claws for Seducius as he swings back at you. First one misses. Second one misses. Rolled the same mouth. So he was too distracted with Celeste in his mouth. Sure there's a joke in that somewhere. But that will bring us back to Celeste. It is your turn.
That sounds like Seducius' Saturday night.
Oh man, what a time for Seducius to be muted there. Yeah.
I am muted. Jesus. Yeah.
Gosh. Okay. Well, I am.
When Nick said distracted by having Celeste in his mouth, I said no one ever.
Oh my god.
Chelsea, come over here and answer us a question.
Oh, you guys are terrible. Okay, well, I'm going to attack this guy that's right in front of us. I'm going to do a... I was going to do a third... Well, no, shoot. We're all clumped up together there, aren't we?
Correct. So any ranged attacks you try to hit on this guy, you would get disadvantage on.
Yeah, of course I would. All right, well, I'm going to use... I'm just going to hit him with a little third level lightning bolt then.
Okay. If you do it straight across, you could hit both of those trolls.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Okay, let's do that.
Okay. DC, oops, that's the wrong one.
It's 14.
14. I'm on to line here. So lightning bolt goes straight across. 14 for both. 14 deck save or something else?
Yeah, deck save, yeah.
The one in front of you fails. The one behind makes it. So go ahead and roll damage.
I think that's going to put him... well, it says a creature takes 8d6 lightning damage on a failed save or half as much on a successful. So he's still going to get hit, just not as much.
Yep, correct.
Okay. All right.
Look at you knowing the rules for your spells. You guys are doing so good.
We're getting better and better.
Better and better.
Just trying to keep my DM in check here.
This is probably smart because I'm cheating all over the place.
Yeah. All right, 25.
25, nice. So the one in front of you takes a huge bit of this. It seems to kind of dwindle down in strength a little bit on the ones behind it. It doesn't quite take as much, but still a pretty couple of big hits as these...
Oh, gosh.
Can you do that one more time, actually?
I think that's actually what it sounded like when I was in his mouth. I think that's what it sounded like.
It sounded like, this is fine. I'm fine. I prefer this. Seducius, it's your turn. Speaking of being in your mouth, Seducius.
Jesus Christ. Jesus. All right. I'm gonna do dissonant whispers to T3 right in front of me. Ugly bastard.
All right. DC 14 Wisdom, I believe, right?
Yep.
It fails. Go ahead and roll damage.
Dope.
Finish him off, Seducius, like you know how to do.
For once in your life. For
Wow.
once in your life.
I am a finisher. It's 15.
15. This dude actually like puts his hands, like his huge hands up to his ears. He finally gets Celeste out of his mouth. And he's like screaming and wailing in this like weird guttural language you can't understand. And he falls over backwards with a huge thud, dead.
You've been seduced, motherfucker.
So one troll down. Anything else on your turn, Seducius?
No, that's it.
Okay. Zendri.
I'm gonna shoot my crossbow at that guy all the way over there, T2.
Sure. Go ahead and roll to hit. He's basically got. He's not too far from you. He's just basically got like almost full cover. You'd have to try to like push through before you can fire.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just peek around the corner there.
Yeah, you can
Yeah,
also
that's fair.
like come down this way if you'd prefer. You still got a shot.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
I'll take a shot from there.
Go ahead and roll to hit for me.
Okie dokie. Here we go again. Why is it doing this?
I've
20.
20.
Not natural.
Not natural. No worries. Go ahead and roll damage for me.
Okay. I actually, just so y'all know, finally just like upgraded my internet. So next week, this won't be an issue.
Yay! Now
Why
you got
does
that
it-
manager money.
Very funny. You know what's actually funnier is that I thought that I was already upgraded to Gigablast and I wasn't. So I'm just sitting on this like old school 10-year ago internet, which was working fine until like 2 months ago.
That's yeah. Everyone's sucking up the bandwidth. That's what's killing everyone.
Yeah, for whatever reason it's not letting me do it. When I tap it, it says piercing. I don't know why it's saying that.
It's probably
So-
it's okay. I can roll it for you. All good.
It's 1d8.
1d8. Actions.
Here, me put it in the chat.
No, I got it for you. You did 1 point of damage. Clinks on this guy.
It just like bounces off his nose and it's like,
Yeah.
what the fuck was that?
I'm gonna just put this out there for Zendri. Zendri's kind of learned from the start of her journey that she's not really good with her crossbow. Like
It's a hit or
like she's
miss.
really rethinking why she used the crossbow so much in the beginning.
Yeah.
You just
I
dropped 64 bomb
Can I
on that
throw
other
it
dude.
away? Like, can I trade it out for something? What the hell?
we can talk about that afterwards. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
When you're back again, these are things you can do in town. You're in a town. You can change your weapons out. Celeste did that last round, right? He got some other things he wanted. So that is actually this troll's turn. You just hear like a.
Wait, I want to cue my meow meow.
All right. You got Meow Meow up with you, and he just kind of goes and just charges full bore at you. And he's gonna use all of his attacks on you. So first one is gonna try to actually hit you with both of his claws. Try to hold.
Great.
You. First one misses as you use your cat-like reflexes to dodge out of the way. Second one does hit, and then he's gonna try to bite after that. That
You
hits
gonna
as
bite
well. Mm-hmm. So the first one, he like grabs you with one of his claws. He like slashes at you. He does 11 points of damage. And then
Okay.
as he slashes at you and you try to recoil, he actually like kind of leans down and takes a big chunk of your flesh off with his teeth as well. So total, you take 18 points of damage.
So freaking
11 from his claws and 7 from his teeth.
done. All right, y'all. I just got like whomped on.
So that brings us back to the first troll who attacked.
Troll.
Torin.
He's on fire. He's on fire.
He is on fire. Torin and Flux. You actually start to notice like some of the wounds that he has on his body. He slowly start. You see, like almost start to like close up a little bit again, almost like he's regenerating a bit. But the flames kick him back down, and you see they just kind of burst open once more, as if he can't regen through the flames. And he needs to roll a Constitution saving throw because he's on fire, which he fails. So he takes 1d6, I think, amount of damage. Oop, that's not a d6. It's a d4. He takes 5 points of fire damage from your Searing Smite. But now angry, he is just going to go, I think, after the person who hit it. So first up, he's going to try and take a bite of Fluxypoo. 16. What's your armor class, Flux?
18.
That misses, so he'll try again. Because he really wants to get a piece of you. That first slap with his claws hits. And then a natural 20 on Torin. So
20 burger, dude.
For Flux, you take 11 points of damage from his claws, and as he recoils and takes that other one, now using the full swing that he's got, you take 22 points of damage to your Warhorse, Torin.
Yo, he did.
Are you Torin again?
Yeah, I'm back to Torin now.
Okay, so
I just
back to
died.
Torin. Did you take any extra damage?
Yes.
So just do the difference of whatever you take off of Torin.
Okay. Let me see what I was at. I don't remember.
That'll
12.
end that one.
Yeah, you just did 17 or 20?
You took 22 points of damage.
Oh yeah, so I take 10 down. Okay. We good. I thought that was kind of safe from that, but
if it's extra more than your life of the animal, you
it
absorb
hits
that.
you. Got it. Okay.
But I mean, basically, you reduce 22 points of damage down to 7, so that's not too bad.
Yeah, not bad.
But Torin, that does actually bring us to your turn.
Oh gosh. I can't shapeshift anymore. I'm gonna do. This guy's on fire, right? Still in front of me.
Yeah, he's still on fire.
I'll just do a regular breath weapon.
Okay.
Roll, boy. That's still a D20, right?
Your breath weapon.
To start it.
To hit, it's actually on me. I think for your breath weapon. Let me check. I think it's a spell save. Racial traits. DC 12.
Oh, okay. Half on success.
He rolled a natural 1, so he fails. So go ahead and roll damage for that now, which is 2d6 for you, I believe. Nope, hold on, wait.
6. Should be 3d6.
3d6. Yep, 3d6. My fault.
11.
11. Nice. All right, he's still alive, but he's hurting. All right. Anything else on your turn?
Oh, yeah, that's it.
Okay. Flux, that'll bring us back to your turn. You've got this huge troll in front of you, kind of bleeding green blood and glue, but he is still up and still huge and still scary.
I'm hopefully going to try and take him down because I'm going to still do my double attack.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
Hold on, I'm also going to cast Thunderous Smite too.
Okay.
Because I'm just trying to take this hole down. So let's do it. First one is 11.
Does not hit.
Cool. Second one is 10.
Does not hit. You still have Thunderous Smite up, but both of those hits miss. So it'll end Flux's turn. Celeste, that brings us to you. You've got one troll above you and one troll kind of around the other side of the bush.
Let me see. All right, well, I'm going to go to the one up above because we still have Seducius and Zendry that have their turns before the other guy. So I'll head that direction, and I will do. Let's see. I'm gonna hit him with my catapult, my
Sure.
3rd level catapult.
Yeah. I'm just
so it's
gonna
a-
move you a bit so you don't hit flux on that line. But there you go.
Okay.
And then that's
It's a
DC 14 again.
14. Yep.
Dex.
Yes.
He actually just makes it. He rolled 13 and he had a +1, so he does succeed.
Damn.
Of course he does. Hang on. Okay, never mind. Yep. That's it. I'm done.
All right. So Seduce, back to you, sir.
I'm gonna go help Zendri.
Thanks, friend.
Go about here.
You are in the middle of a pretty thick bush, just so you know. It's going to be hard to see out of that.
Oh, trust me, I can navigate my way around a thick bush.
I bet.
No stranger to that.
Helga, I think, was one of those, right?
Heyo.
How do I know? Everything's black on my screen, but these like freaking icons.
Well, I'm telling you, but now you know.
Here, just so you can see what it looks like.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
I see
okay.
what it looks like.
You're standing in a bush.
You're standing in a
Oh,
bush.
I didn't see that when I moved. My screen was just black.
That's all right. I'll let you take it back. It's not the worst thing. You can go like to the outside of it. You're right on the edge.
Yeah, put me around, right around the bush.
I do. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna do Dissonant Whispers again on T2.
Okay. He succeeds.
Asshole. Okay, well. That means what he still takes half damage. Yeah, okay. So, no, Dissonant Whispers, go away. Okay. Sorry, my dice froze.
Maybe it's
Literally,
the website.
It's the
literally,
website,
it's just shadows on the screen here.
you might have to refresh the page. I've noticed
yeah,
it does that on
hold on.
iPad from time to time. It's weird.
Guess I gotta build a new system here.
12.
12. That's already halved.
No, sorry.
So
yeah,
6?
that would mean it would be 6. Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
So he's still up. That'll bring us back to Zendri, though. You've got your Meow Meow next to you and a huge troll who's been like biting and clawing at you.
Sick tight. All right.
Stick tight. Cool.
Well, I'm not gonna use my bow and arrow. I'm just gonna do my 2nd level inflict wounds.
Okay.
And I will let you know when it lives. Or maybe. Oh, here we go. Maybe not. Am I sleeping? Great, 9. All right, nothing.
9 misses. Not
Oh
quite
my
able
God.
to like really hold on to his huge arms.
Well, let me try and hit him with my thing.
Your Meow Meow.
Yep.
All right.
Please hold. I mean, either this shit doesn't work or this is just another night of the repetitive numbers. 9.
Not. Actually, when it gives you that error, it starts to load the dice wrong. I think that is a repetitive one. Refresh and roll again for me. Like refresh the whole screen.
Okay.
It's open 20 and keep going.
So everyone's getting into D&D now, so everyone's using DNDBeyond, slowing down their site.
Right.
Time to get involved, I guess.
I got a 16, and then damage
Okay.
is a 5.
5 points. Nice. All right. So he takes 5 points of damage. 5 points of Zendry damage. All right.
Wham, bam, bam.
That will bring us back to our troll friend. As you do see this troll friend from it, he, you kind of notice he like shouts in the air, and you kind of notice the wounds and scars you guys have inflicted on him start to like suture up a little bit. You see the wounds start to close, and he actually seems like he got a little bit healthier in front of you.
God damn it.
But he will then go back after Zendry and just keep going full bore after you because he does not like you. First one hits with his bite. Second one hits. Third one misses. So you take 18 points of damage from his claws and his claws and his bite.
Okay.
Yeah.
18, huh?
18. What are you at now?
9.
9 points of damage. 9 points of health.
9 points of health.
Fuck. What's that? 19? 18. Math. Okay. That'll end his turn, though, and that will bring us back to the original troll, who cannot heal because he's still on fire. And he will... Where's my D20 go? D20?
I'm on fire, dude.
He is no longer on fire, but he will take his last little bit of fire damage. And he'll take 2 more points of damage. And he will keep going after Tauren and Flux over there. First one's going to be at Flux. Miss. Second one's going to be at Flux. Miss. Last one's going to be at Tauren. Hit. Tauren, you take another 11 points of damage. That'll end his turn and bring us back to you, sir. It's your turn now, Tauren.
I am going to move farther away.
Just remember, if you move out of 5 feet, he's going to get an attack of opportunity on you.
I feel like that's still worth it to me.
Okay.
So
if he does get a hit in.
What?
He does not.
Okay. Okay, and then I'm going to... Now that I'm a little farther away. I'm going to summon a bestial spirit at level... Just do level...
Okay. And is it going to be a wolfie again?
Yeah, let's do a direwolf. Okay. Seems to be the one. I'll just summon it like right next to him, basically, where I was originally standing.
No, I thought I had one. I have to do that. Okay, so we'll just put in wolf. And you're at a 13, so he's going to be at a 13. All right, direwolf is right there now in front of you. Anything else you'd like to do on your turn, Tauren? You want to attack?
Unless he... Well, can I switch to that guy now? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Do that like that.
You want the wolf to attack?
Yeah, I'll have the wolf attack. I'll have him do maul.
All right. Go ahead and roll to hit for me.
That's 17.
17 does hit.
Let me get back to him.
Someone took a screenshot.
That was loud.
Saving receipts.
No, it had nothing to do with this.
Oh, what did it have to do with?
Mm-hmm.
Things that we can't actually talk about on here.
Fine.
Perfect. Alright, so I'm going to do +5 to hit, reach 5 feet. 2d6 plus 3. Right, so that was 6 plus 3, so that's 9.
9. All right. This dude, as your wolf kind of bites into him, he actually is able to like pull off a full portion of his leg, even though it's like almost the full size of his mouth. But that dire wolf's pretty large, and he does die. So another troll dead. That'll bring us to Flux. You've got a dead troll in front of you, some hurt colleagues, and one other troll on the other side of the screen.
Yet. All right. Since I can't really tell the spacing, do I have enough space to like get around to like where like Zendri and Seducius are? Because I want to help take down Teeth too.
Yeah. How did you?
I can move over there.
You let's see how far you can go.
Oh, there you go. Duh. I can do that.
You can go. Yeah, I'll say you can get right to the edge of the bush here, and that would give you a range. I'll allow it. That's fine.
Cool. Okay. Do I still have Thunderous Smite on? Is that still like active? Has it been a minute?
No, that's still on. Yeah, a minute in combat.
Okay.
Like every round in combat is like 6 seconds, so you got plenty of time.
6 seconds, so I can have it on tight. So I still have Thunderous Smite on, and I want to attack this full double attack with my longsword again because that seems to be working.
Go ahead and roll to hit.
First one is 11.
That misses.
Which totally misses. Succors. And that's 9. So
That also misses. But Thunderous
my
Smite.
plan just fucking that's tight.
Yeah, this T2 won't die. It's fucking
He won't.
Terminator.
So Terminator 2. Terminator 2.
Yeah,
Celeste, that
seriously.
brings us back to you, sir.
We got trolled by
Okay.
Terminator 2.
So it's just that one guy left. I'm just going to end this here with another lightning bolt.
Do it.
I will do. No, he's not worthy of my 4th level. I'll do my last 3rd level lightning bolt.
I'm just trying to see
I
how
just
you
want
can
to hear
get.
Nate make the noise.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to see how you can get an angle on him without hitting your friends. You really
Gotta
don't
go
have
through
a
the bush.
good.
I was gonna say, can I do it through the bush?
No.
Let's just say it's a swampy
You
bush.
can't. It doesn't go through cover, and that counts as full cover.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, then I'll do a 3rd level catapult again.
Same problem.
Same problem. What? It goes up in the air and goes down.
No, catapult is a straight line. It goes right through it. That's the spell. Read the spell. It says a line, a direct line.
What kind of catapult doesn't go over stuff, dude?
I'm gonna read the spell. I will double check, but I'm telling you that's the spell.
Okay. It says the object flies in a straight line
up to 90
feet
in
in
the
a direction you choose.
before falling to the ground. A straight line,
Yeah.
not an arc.
Yeah, meaning it doesn't like
straight line.
curve.
No,
It just goes
a
straight. It doesn't
line.
curve.
Yeah, it doesn't curve. This is also a curve, Sless.
No, but it could.
You know what? Hey, a meteor strike happens. You all die.
Boom.
Straight line. Read the spell.
Oh my gosh.
Well, like you should
Can
have
I-
arrow.
Well, shoot. Then you know what? Then I'm gonna erupt Earth around him. How about that?
Yeah, you still need
And
to
I'll-
move to be able to get a sight on him, but I'll allow you to get to the bush. Yeah, you can get there.
After all that, you're gonna finally let him get through the bush, dude.
Yeah, I mean, he's already been in people's mouths. How much worth can it get?
Right, we're gonna do erupting Earth then.
Okay.
Same 14.
What's the range
Extra.
on erupting Earth again?
20 feet cube. 20 feet. Yeah,
A 20-foot cube?
20 foot cube. See, I'm gonna hurt some of my friends, but it's worth it. Let's just do it to kill these guys.
Oh,
That's fine. Well, no, I think if you just put her on the corner, you'll miss them.
Okay.
What's the DC 14 again, Dex?
Yeah.
He does make it, but he'll take half damage.
Yeah. Okay. Whoa, what just happened? There we go. Roll what was it 3d12. So 8 damage.
8 damage. All right. He's still up, but he's getting close.
Jesus.
All right.
Yeah.
Sless. That brings us back to Seducius.
Yeah, we need to fucking end this with this a-hole.
Don't worry, I got pool hands. I'll lay hands on y'all. It'll be fine.
Okay, I'm just gonna cast a shatter, probably like over here.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's enough where it would just hit T2.
Yeah, that should be fun.
Okay. So you have to con saving throw 14 for you.
He fails.
Good, sucker. Looks like you did a good roll here. Oh, Jesus. Sorry, it froze again. How do I do it in the chat? What's like the thing I type?
You're trying to do shatter?
Yeah.
Do you know what the dice roll is, or do you want to just cast shatter? If you know what the damage roll should be, just do exclamation point
Yes.
roll.
Mm-hmm.
2d4, whatever it is, plus whatever it is.
Yeah, so it's just 3d8.
Yeah. So 10 points. He is getting there.
Oh my god, he's gonna... Okay, wait, so then what I will do with my bonus action Jesus, is do, well, he's the only one left, though. That's what sucks.
He's coming up, and he might regen again.
Yeah, damn it. I just don't feel like it's worth casting Mail of Inspiration on this last dude.
It may not be. It's up to you.
Yeah, and he's up next.
Zendri.
Hi, I'm here.
I'll just do it just because I'm worried about what'll happen.
Okay. Who are you giving the 8 points to?
Well, Zendri.
Okay.
Thank you.
Has anyone else even taken damage?
Torrin has.
Yeah, I give it to Torn.
Flux has as well, I think.
Yeah, great. There you go. And that lets them move if they want to right now as well, right?
Correct. Yeah, they get to move up to 30 feet in any direction without taking an attack of opportunity.
Yeah, which is the main reason why I gave it to Zendri.
Yeah.
Just in case she wants to move away a little bit and not get killed.
Zendri, do you want to move away?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, did you give us health too?
Yeah, you got 8
and you
temporary
get
hit
8
points.
Yeah.
How many? 8?
8. Ocho.
The Ocho.
The Ocho. ESPN the Ocho.
The Ocho.
Where Dodgeball lives.
I still need to go, huh?
Yep, it's your turn now.
Move 2, I guess, right?
Yeah, this dude does not look good. You get the sense you need to try to kill it on this turn before it regens.
Oh, we got one of them. Well, how hurt is he?
He's like on his last leg.
Would I be silly to use my... Well, I guess I don't know. Hold on. Let me read this. Is Toll the Dead a stupid decision?
No.
Alright, I'm gonna go for that.
Okay. It's a roll to hit on your part, I believe.
Yes. Well,
or is it a DC? I didn't look at it, sorry.
It's a Wiz 13.
Nope, that's me. Just gonna show you. He rolled a natural 1. So go ahead and roll your damage, Zendri. I didn't cheat for you.
Sick. 8.
All right. How do you want to kill this motherfucker?
I want to, jump incredibly high as I can, and just come down and just swipe him with my claws.
Nice. So as you kind of cast this spell, as you think through it, you jump on him with your feline ability and just like swipe down at him, casting the spell into his being. And he just like splits down the middle of one gross seam. Doesn't cut him in half, but it's like one huge scar. And he falls backwards with a thump dead. So all of the trolls are now dead in front of you. You do see what they were fighting over now pretty clearly, which seems to be the body of a dead lizard person. Torin would definitely know what this is. This is what's called lizard folk. And you've seen a few of them in some of the wilds that you've been around. These are basically lizard people. And you know them to be very emotionless, not necessarily cruel or evil, but very just not driven by emotion and more driven by just like necessity to survive. And these types of creatures do often live in places like this. So you get the sense this might be their like home turf.
Should we like loot them or something?
You can if you want to try.
No, dude. They probably have nothing on them. They look like ragdolls.
Roll an investigation check. So you see some stuff. You get 2 gold pieces. A lot of dead animals seem to be shoved in their pockets, like up in their loincloth. You pull out like huge boogers though, just boogers everywhere. It's just boogers.
Like,
so many boogers.
You get for trying to loot everything, dude. Get boogers on your hands.
Boogers. All the boogers.
Yo.
Dude, give me the bugger.
But you did get 2 pieces of gold.
Nice, dude. Stacking that
Not
paper.
worth it. Not worth it.
We got plenty
of
to say,
gold.
dude. That's why you're gonna be poor someday, dude.
Torin, since you're kind of the one looking around too, looking for these things, can you roll a survival check for me as well?
Great.
Yo, can we call them, instead of lizard folk, can we call them Lizzos?
Dude, let's go. 20 bugger.
You can call them whatever you want to call them.
Okay.
You don't like lizards?
Cool. So actually, as you're there, you kind of see you notice that the tracks are nearby again, and these ones seem to be fresher than the others. The marks aren't as dried out. They seem to be like really clear and obvious. You get the sense that this lizard folk, based on the tracks you've seen before, was one of the creatures that was with this set of track marks you're following, and these like rut marks and like parallel lines running through the mud of the swamp. You get the sense this lizard folk creature was with this group as you were following them. You do still see boots around kind of nearby, and as you follow them, you start to hear voices again. This time, the voices seem to be things that you can understand, but I would like you to roll a perception check for me first.
Funny burger again, dude. Let's go.
Yeah, nice. So you can actually hear that these creatures, these lizard folk, you can actually tell they're speaking in Draconic. So anyone who speaks Draconic can actually understand what they're seeing. And you're hearing, it seems like someone is giving orders to the rest of the group. And some of the things that stand out in these orders are feed the prisoners and see to the needs of the rest of the group. You also hear something that's a little bit more alarming. He seems to be ordering someone to go off into the swamp to scout for enemies and bring anything back to cook. As you kind of are hearing this and kind of slowly getting everyone to crouch down and walking through, you actually can start to see a little bit of this group off in the distance now. It's a little bit hard to make out because there's still kind of the just ever-present fog within this deep of the marsh, and there's trees and things you're trying to see around. But you can see that there's a pretty good group of lizard folk just kind of murmuring and hissing off in the distance. You also notice that there are several carts fitted with sled rails that are being pulled by these giant snails with these thick appendages protruding from their heads. and you get the sense it's the sled rails that you've been following this whole time through the swamp. Those two track marks you've been seeing in those parallel track marks you've been seeing in the mud were these sled marks. Most of the carts carry the lizard folks of various sizes, different ages, but a couple of the sleds, the ones that you think you've been following because they've been the heaviest, actually have cages on top of them. Each cage contains 4 humans, and you recognize 4 of them by their uniform as soldiers that you were sent to rescue, because you see that they have the Neverwinter livery kind of emblazoned on them. The one that seemed to be giving orders was a tall lizard folk, and he's talking to about 50 or so of his fellows. So there's a lot of them here that are kind of scattered around performing various duties. There's also one very large lizard folk that looks a little bit more bestial, almost more lizard than humanoid, that's closer to the leader, and you think that was the one he told to go off into the swamps to find something to do. So seeing that in front of you, what would you guys like to do or further ascertain about this situation?
Oh gosh, dude.
Did you say there were 50 of these lizard folk?
50.
I am not full health for this.
Nope.
Yeah.
Torn, you don't want to go fight him and loot him or what, dude?
No, dude.
No?
Trying to sneak away.
I do have lay on hands pool, so if I can heal some people right now, before we go any further, I would like to help
I need
support.
I need to recover some spell slots too,
Well,
Yeah, like a long
especially if
rest.
we're gonna attack 50 of them.
we're not going to attack 50 living people. There's no way we're going to die.
Roll
We
a
need
to-
Negotiate with them.
Yes.
Celeste, do me a favor. Roll a nature check. You can tell not all of these are fighting folk. Some are children. Granted, they still are little mean little fuckers, but you know they're children. Some are also old. You don't get the sense that all 50 will fight you, but you do still believe like there's a huge fighting force here.
Got it.
I think we should try and negotiate. Maybe try and talk to them and let them know that we found one of their dead soldiers by these ugly ass trolls. Position ourselves as some friendlies. See if we can do something to get our Neverwinter friends out of there.
That's true. Yeah, they might appreciate the fact that we killed the trolls.
Yeah.
I mean, I could try. I can speak to them. So good.
Yeah.
Someone. There's like 2 of us. I can speak to.
I think there's a few.
Yeah, but
Me,
you and
you,
I can speak it, I
yeah.
think. Yeah.
Yeah, I can speak it too. So
But-
yeah, let's.
Probably should heal ourselves a little bit just in case. Lay your hands on me, Flux.
You got it.
Awesome.
But first, ladies first, Zendu's, I feel like, is in the biggest shit show here.
Just a
Girl,
couple
how
of-
much do you have?
Just a couple of things to do procedurally as well. By now, Mantle of Inspiration would have worn off, so all your temporary hit points have receded as well. So just so you're on the same page there. And Thunderous Smite
woof.
is no longer up either.
So I gotta take 8 away. Is that what you're telling me?
Correct.
Okay.
My
Right.
hit points are fleeting, just like my love.
Remember as well, guys, at any point, if you don't want to take a long rest, if you just want to focus more on recouping some things, like some health, some abilities, you can take a short rest. A short rest is just 30 minutes of inactivity. So you could, like, go off somewhere, hatch a plan, come back, and that would count as a short rest. And you can roll your hit die, as many as you choose, to recover that much life as well.
Does it give us back spell slots?
Certain classes get spell slots back. Yours wouldn't come back from a short rest. But Torin would get, I think, one of his beast forms again. I think you would get back some of your bardic inspiration, Seducius. But I don't think you guys would get spell slots back. You guys don't have that class set.
Where's everybody sitting as far as their health?
Full health. I never got hit once.
Okay.
All right.
Ooh.
24.
Hey, Seducius,
Yeah.
a meteor falls from the sky. You take 13 points of damage.
God damn it.
Actually, Seducius, since you're old, you actually have half the health that it says on your sheet. So.
You guys act like he aged to be like 85. It's only like 5 or 10 years.
I know.
You pass that 40 mark, y'all, and it's over from there. So.
Yo.
It's all downhill. 100%.
I feel like I feel like Seducius is like the old guy Blue from Old School.
From Old School. You're my boy, Blue.
Right? Yes.
Oh, that's my dog's name, and she like perked up from sleeping. She's like, "The fuck? What are we doing?"
That's awesome. I'm only down 7, so I'm not.
Zendri, you're like about to die though, right?
Yeah, I'm reading through my stuff. Like, do I have a spell that I could use on myself?
Totally. You could use Cure Wounds. You also have some other health point options. What else do you have in your arsenal that would help you? I mean,
But if you don't want to use a spell slot, like I've got Lay on Hands, and it doesn't.
Oh, then yes, please.
Yeah, it doesn't
Take
take
a little short rest, dude. I'm trying to get some slots back.
you could also take us. Well, I don't think you would get your slots back, Torin, but you would get your beast form, one of your beast forms back, I believe.
Get your beast back, bro.
Isn't that a slot though? No.
It's not a spell slot,
Oh, it's like that's what I
It's
meant.
its
One of
own
those
thing.
slots.
but yeah,
I
you would get one of your beast forms back for sure.
I'm into that because
Yeah. Why don't we take a short rest, chill for a second, we'll heal up, and then come up with a little bit more of a plan on how we want to talk to these fools.
yeah. What time? It's not like super late, right? We can take a little afternoon snuggle.
I heard if we make love, it counts as a long rest, and we get all of our health and slots back.
Zendri, I'm going to cheat a little bit for you as the DM and just helping you learn some of your skill sets. You have a particular feature in your channel divinity that you should read through.
Why do I always forget to look there? So weird. Okay.
It's just a lot, and like they're in different places, but it's a good feature to know in certain circumstances like this.
Okay.
The domain you chose was the knowledge domain. So your particular cleric is a cleric who's like very learned and has like taken time to like really grasp a lot of knowledge. And so your skill sets let you do that. Like you have another one that lets you just be proficient with any skill for a short amount of time. But you also have another one that allows you to read minds possibly.
Dope.
You're like Professor X over there.
Read my mind. What am I thinking?
I don't know if you can understand their language because I didn't look that far, but just to put it out there.
No, I don't speak their language.
That might not matter, but it's a thing to think through. Oh, you have another cool feature too, actually.
Where?
You have one called Feline Agility that lets you double your speed until the end of your turn.
Yeah, I saw that. What? So, like...
So you know how you can normally move 30 feet? It would let you move 60 feet without it using your full action. So you can move 60 feet to get to someone and still attack.
You know what's really funny about that? I thought when it said double your speed, it meant, like, move faster,
Well, technically,
not further.
Technically, it's the same. Because if you think about it, like, your turn is 6 seconds, so how far can you go in 6 seconds? So normally in 6 seconds, you can travel 30 feet if you don't really, like, double your effort and use an action to do it. But this would let you go even further in that time. So technically, it's called speed because you are moving faster, but it translates to going farther.
Gotcha. Cool. Did we decide what we were doing?
Sounds like you guys are going to take a short rest. So if you guys want to take a short rest, you can click on that short rest button, and you can choose to expend as many of the hit die as you'd like. So you'll see. I want to just check something. Zendri, do you mind if I mess with your character a little bit? I just don't know if it adds the hit die for you automatically or if you have to roll them, so I just want to check something. So
Yeah, click them, it looks like.
Yeah, mine says so I can reset maximum health points, and then also it says sorcerer hit die 1d6 plus 1.
Correct. So it doesn't add
So-
it for you automatically. What you do is you choose as many of the hit die as you'd like to use in this short rest, and then you just roll them. So like for Zendri, let's say you want to use 3 of your hit die, you get up to 7 for your class. That's 1d8 plus 1. So you roll 1d8 plus 1 3 times, and whatever that total is how many life you get back.
Why wouldn't I do 7? Because I want to do another short rest later.
Yeah, because you can technically take as many short rests per day,
See.
as makes sense. So you don't want to dump them all now and use some of it for later.
Can I roll them as I'm going one by one so I can see how much, or I'd have to guess?
How do you mean?
Like I need so like mine's 1d8 plus 1. I have 7 tries basically. I just need to get up to my 45 health. So can I like roll a couple, see how many it takes, or do I have to like?
Yeah, I'll allow that. I don't know what the real rules on there, but I don't have an issue with it. You don't have to like call your shot, so to speak.
Okay, that's what I was. Should I try 4 and see if I get it? Because
Yeah.
it's not like a for sure.
Yeah, it's up to you how you want to handle that. I'll let you decide that way. I'm fine with it either way. If that changes, I'll tell you. But I haven't read the rule enough to know, but I'll allow it. I'm not super worried about it. Just know you have to add your health yourself. So. And if you are using the D&D Beyond app, you can just like go to that bottom dice roller and choose how many you added.
So how would I do that if mine says 1d8 plus 1?
So how many hit die are you choosing to roll?
I don't know. 3?
Yeah, let's do 3. So you just click on it 3 times, and then roll it.
So like fill 3 boxes
Yes.
and then hit take short rest.
Correct. Hit confirm.
Confirm. It didn't do anything.
It won't. Yeah, it's normal. But so just remember, your hit die are 1d8 plus 1. So you have to roll 1d8 plus 1 3 times. So you can do that in the dice roller or in chat, however you like.
1, and I put the plus 1 too, right?
Correct.
If I do the reset max HP, I don't actually need to do my hit die. You can do either or. Do you do both?
So on a short rest, don't do the reset max HP unless I tell you to.
Okay.
Because typically you wouldn't regain all of your health on a short rest. You would on a long rest, but not on a short rest. Unless there's a particular feature. Sometimes there's a feature or someone gave you a spell that allowed you to do that during a short rest, but usually you won't. So Zendri, you got 8 back.
20. 25.
25, nice. So you get 25 points of health back. Oop. Discord was unhappy with whatever I did.
Nate left.
I was like, no, fuck that. Back, camera.
Cool.
Oh, I did temporary accident.
So yeah, short rests are helpful. They're a good way to get health back. If you're not in the middle of combat, a short rest is a really good decision. Or in the middle of something that requires you to like be involved, short rests are good tools. Burp, 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 burp. Alrighty, friends. So we've got all of our life back that we want to be at.
Mm-hmm.
Cool beans. Cool beans. Cool beans. So what do you guys want to do from here?
I think we were going to go and
Attack and loot.
talk to them, right?
Do one more, huh?
Attack and loot. Fuck these things.
I'm gonna do it.
The Tauren way. Yeah, so who speaks Draconic besides Tauren? Yeah, you guys need to lead up that dialogue. Unless you want me just to seduce him.
Seduction.
Good work.
I guess we should walk towards someone and talk to them. That looks important.
Mm-hmm.
Or I could sneak us in. But I think we're trying to be more like, hey, we're coming in to this area to just talk. Right? That's what we're going for.
Before we do that, can I use the channel divinity, the read thoughts? Maybe
just
kind
try
of see
it.
where you're at.
You'd have to be kind of closer to it. It's within 60 feet of it.
Oh, sorry, I wasn't even looking at the map. Where are we?
You're not really on a map. It's kind of just in your brain. Just know right now you guys went off a little bit further away. Torin noticed them maybe from like a good ways off with the perceptions that he had, maybe almost like 200 feet or so off in the distance through the trees. It was hard to make out the full group, but as you guys kind of snuck in closer, and then you went a good ways back away from their camp and kind of sheltered to camp for about 30 minutes. So you guys are a pretty good away from, like, pretty good chunk of distance away from these creatures right now. And they so far have not noticed that you're around. But I would say you're more than 100 feet, 200 feet away from these things.
Gotcha.
Closer, and then you can use your stuff. Do you want me to sneak us in there?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna activate. I forget what it's called.
Very sneaky.
Pass without a trace.
Pass without a trace. There it is. Level 2, I guess.
Okay.
Maybe I could do a higher level. Oh, does it matter?
It may not matter.
I should do level 2. I got a lot of slots. So basically, I have a plus 10 bonus to just dexterity and stealth checks. Can't be tracked except by magical means. Within 30 feet of us. So I can choose each creature, I guess. So I'll just add it to all of us.
So everyone's got a plus 10 to their stealth checks?
Yep.
Plus 10 to the stealth checks?
Yeah, so if I need you to roll a stealth check or you guys are trying to sneak into this camp without them noticing, you'll get a plus 10 to those checks.
Got it. So cool.
Thank you. And I guess let's get you close so you can mind read some homies.
Okay, so I would like anyone who's trying to get close to roll a stealth check for me. And
Let's go.
anyone who's not trying to get close within that like 60-foot range or so, I would like you to tell me what you're doing.
I wrote check steak. Got
Steak. Steak sounds good right now.
I'll go with you just in case. So I could talk. Maybe Flux should come too.
Yeah, I'm coming. And my stealth check was 16, plus 10 is 26, homie.
I got 19 plus 10 is 29, homie.
Did you do it at disadvantage, Flex? Because of your armor?
Fuck, dude. Why would you give me 10? Alright, fuck. I'll do it
You still
again.
get plus 10, so...
Okay.
I got 26 total.
Oh, shit. I got 28 now. Oh, well, 26. It doesn't matter. It's only off by 2 points. I don't care.
You guys are good.
20. What are the three?
I'm good.
I think Torin, Zendri, and Flux are the ones going. Sounds like Seducius and Celeste are staying behind.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna stand in the bush.
All right. Stand in the bush. You guys are hiding out. Anything that you're doing while this is happening? Are you prepping anything? Are you preparing anything? Or are you just like waiting off a ways?
He doesn't.
I think we're
Lost
just
in the
waiting.
sauce in that bush, dude.
Lost in the sauce.
Oh, God.
So, burp. For Torin and Zendri and Flux, you got closer. You actually do see a bit of the scene in front of you. Let me show it to you. So you guys have been sneaking in, kind of coming from the northern area. So you are actually, if you see in the like bluish aura that I'm giving you on the map, kind of coming in from this side. The main body of the lizard folk seem to kind of be clustered away from the cages over here. and the leader seems to be near this pool of water on the opposite side of the snail over here. But Torin, Zendri, you are in a range where you can try and do read thoughts for me.
Yes, I would like to try and do that.
Okay. Give me 1 second. I'm just going to check one quick thing.
Okay. You have to make a wisdom saving throw. Wiz 13. Ah, go back.
We could always go to that like far east one and like if this doesn't work and like try to talk to him or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to see if you don't need to know his language or not.
Cool.
Okay, so you are able to kind of perceive into its mind, but what you hear is you have no understanding of what you took away from it. You do though get the sense of one strange thing that really seems unsettling. There was no emotion in the thought. There didn't seem to be any intonation in the thought or any fear necessarily or anger or happiness or joy. It just felt like neutral thinking. A to B to C to D. You couldn't tell what they were talking about or thinking about. But you do get the sense these creatures don't really have emotions the way that we do, or the way that your most folks you know would, but you can't understand it.
Well, that's a bummer.
Well, fuck.
Yeah.
Well, wait, could she...
Attacking
I have a
Luke.
question. Could, since Zendri can't speak Draconic, if she could repeat what she heard to myself and Torin, maybe we could...
I'll allow it. Zendri, do you want to try to repeat what you heard?
Modern problems require modern solutions.
And here's what I'll do. I will allow you.
I have no idea how to do what he just did.
I will allow you to
It's Voldemort, dog.
roll a history check just based on what you remembered, and I will give you advantage if you make noises.
That's what he said.
I don't remember the noises.
That's up to you. How you want to handle it?
It's like parcel tongue, dude. Like Harry Potter. Just start hissing and shit.
You guys are killing me. What did I get?
Cat.
I don't remember what I heard because I was laughing, I think.
Meow meow.
Up to you how you want to do it from here. You got a 10.
All right, Flux, are you listening? All right, this is what I heard.
So excited.
Well, now I can't. There's nothing for me to give you because it will never be as funny as Nate.
I think it'll be just as funny as Nate.
All right.
Telephones are just awkward as hell. Like nerdy telephone.
I just wish you would do it again because then I would just try and do it.
I'll do it again if you do it.
All right, do it.
Are you ready? Are you paying attention?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, your turn.
I'm sorry, Adriana. I'm really excited.
She's not sorry at fucking all.
All I can
know
do
better
is
that Nate was going to do this to you.
Yeah, it's all right. So you hear strange words that don't seem to makes sense. But Torin and Flux, you swear you hear words just come across like rotten, trolls, fuckers, and eat.
Tight. So that basically means, at least if I'm deciphering it correct, Torin, let me know if you feel the same way. But I feel like what she heard was this guy over here pissed off about those fucking trolls who ate their friend and shit. So maybe we have an upper hand here because we can be like the heroes right now. We can swoop in and let them know what's good and maybe come in peace and free our friends. I don't know. What do you think?
Fuck, eat, trolls.
I mean, it kind of sounds like Seduceus' jabber, but you know.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say we can go talk to them based on that, and knowing that we killed some of the trolls, maybe they'll be okay with us. You know what I mean?
Yeah, peace offering. I wonder. Oh, I don't know.
Should we go grab the other two and tell them the good news?
Yeah, I wonder if there's a way. Maybe we could. I don't want to. I don't think we're strong enough to bring a whole fucking troll body, but bring them to the bodies.
Flux, can I have you roll perception checks as well?
I'm just hitting the burgers.
Straight up 20, dog.
Dude, that's
All
like
right then.
Give me the burger.
And then Flux, let me know what you get.
20.
So you actually both hear the leader start to give orders again as you passed. The larger lizard folk, the one that he was talking to earlier, doesn't seem to be around anymore since you guys have kind of rested off in the distance, which is a little alarming because he was pretty huge and scary looking, and now you don't know where he is. But you do hear him say something along the lines of, leave the trolls a distraction, and he points at the prisoners, and he points at a boiling pot.
Yeah, they're just trying to eat these people. I mean, they kill them.
I think, yeah.
Yo, talk to them first.
You said you rolled a 20?
What?
A 20?
Yes, I did.
Both of you? Okay, so both of you actually also hear a little bit more about what's going on in there. You do actually hear them say they are trying to evade the trolls that are chasing them. But you hear him talk about the trolls strangely. He's not calling them just trolls. He's calling them rot trolls. And Flux, you knew this based on the nature check you had earlier. The trolls that you fought earlier were just regular trolls. Big and scary, for sure, but you've never heard anyone call them a rot troll. That seems weird to you. Roll another nature check. Actually, both of you, because you heard it. So Torin and Flux, go ahead and roll another nature check for me. And while you're doing that, you also notice that what you're hearing is they're talking about trying to find a new place to live and a new place to settle down. Almost like they've been chased out of their home by these rot trolls that they were talking about earlier. So Torin, you don't know what a rot troll is. Then Flux, let me know what you
I got 4.
Yeah, you don't know what a rot troll is. It just seems weird. You're not sure if he was talking about the trolls you saw earlier or a whole different creature of some type. But you
like R-O-T?
Yeah, R-O-T. But you're hearing him say specifically rot troll.
I mean, maybe we should just sneak up to that one cart with the 4 people, steal them, get them out of there, and peace.
You can try. Just a heads up, the ones that are around with people in them, there are about 3 lizard folk in between the cages guarding them.
We could, but I'm. If we don't do this successfully, it could cause some drama.
What are we gonna do then?
I don't know. I mean, I honestly think maybe we should just go talk to them and let them know that we killed the trolls, and hopefully that'll give us leverage to be able to free our friends.
Okay, let's try it.
Yeah. All right.
We're walking. over to. Are we gonna go get the other two?
Yeah, let's actually bring Celeste and Seduces with us so that we stay together because we noticed that dude is gone, bigger dude, and I want them to know that we're all a group and not.
Okay. So you do get your other compatriots with you, Celeste and Seducius now kind of there. You've given them everything that you guys have kind of assessed and learned. So they've been brought up to speed. Celeste and Seducius, anything that you want to do before you guys head back to the camp of like 50 or so lizard folk?
Yeah, I almost wonder, like, should we go back and maybe bring the heads back of these trolls,
Yeah.
so we could show them, like, hey, look, like we killed these 3 trolls.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Either bring a body part or find a way to like bring them over after we talk to them to show and prove that we killed them.
That'd be pretty dramatic. Just walk up with some fucking severed head, just toss them on the ground.
Yeah.
So I'll say we allow that if that's what you guys want to do. Sounds like we're in agreement.
Okay.
So you do manage to find the place that you were in. Can I have you roll? Can I have you all roll survival checks again, just to make sure you don't get lost in the swamp again? You can figure out where you are.
Yeah. What is that picture?
16.
Cool. Nice. Yeah. So you guys are able to find where the troll bodies were. You're able to cut off the heads of all 3. You've got 3 huge troll heads with you. These guys are like fatty heads. Like this is all you can carry in your 2 arms right now. Like it's not like you're just holding up the head in one hand. Torin might be able to, but the rest of you guys are like these are like 2 or 3 bowling balls put together basically. As you're
I'm basically dragging it.
Correct. So just so I know, who has the troll heads in their hands?
I'll have one.
I can have one.
Okay. Awesome.
I have one.
You guys are dragging them back. You do get back to the lizard folk camp without too much trouble. And you've got these heads. They still haven't, like, you know that they're off in the distance, so I'll say you haven't entered the camp yet. But what do you want to do?
Walk up to one of them, or what do you think?
You're muted, friend. Again.
I think we should just walk up into like the middle of where they are, just to like let them see us with these things.
Okay. Can I have Zendri, Torin, and Flux roll athletics checks for me?
Wow. 19.
Nice.
15.
And then Torin and Flux, what'd you guys get?
17.
7.
Okay. So you guys walk into camp. It's kind of like a scene from like Top Gun. You're just like walking in there, really cool, holding these things. Torin is like just got one like slung over his shoulder like a badass. Sendri is like kicking hers on the ground just like in front of her, and Flux is like trips and like drops it on the ground. He's gonna look around as people see it. It does make some noise. The rest of the lizard folk kind of all like shoot over and look at you with these almost like lifeless eyes. But as you kind of get on them, you see that they're actually not lifeless. They're just piercing and almost dead and lacking of really any emotion, anger, fear, and nothing. But they see that you approach, and while many of them have grabbed their weapons, they have not immediately turned hostile as they notice the scene in front of you and they see the troll heads there. The one that you recognize to kind of be the chief comes up, and in Draconic, he does kind of tell the rest of his group to silence themselves. You guys hear him say that to tell everyone to hold and to stand by and to wait calmly. He picks out the rest of you, and in common, so actually all of you can understand what he says. He says something along the lines of, "What are you doing here?" And you could tell it's kind of a chore for him to speak in this language.
Oh. It's like he's being mind tricked or something. We found these heads and we wanted to see if this is what you guys were looking for, and just talk with you guys for a couple minutes, if that's okay.
He like gestures over to a couple of other people to come get the heads, and so you see a few other lizard folks like come and grab them away. You see they actually take them away towards pots, and almost immediately just start cooking these things. Just going right into the stew pot. And he looks and he kind of eyes all of you and he says, I have learned that non-lizards appreciate gratitude. So you have my thanks. It will spare your lives for the moment. What did you want to talk about?
We need a few of your prisoners. We have a bounty on their hand and we want to make a trade.
Well, we are using the prisoners to avoid death. So the trade would be expensive.
These people are going to help you avoid death.
We have been chased from our homes by similar creatures to what you brought us, but bigger and more deadly. So the humans have been used as bait instead, while we flee in the other direction.
You could take Seduce, he'll mate with you, and we'll take those 4.
Okay, hold on.
And he like goes and gets other people and starts gesturing to like have them come and take Seducius. Which one is Seducius?
Well, hold on, let's renegotiate.
I'll give you 1 for 1. He's not laughing, he's not joking. There's no like sense of humor here. Which one is Seducius?
Hold on. Before I hand you over my friend here, what else do you need besides this flesh?
Well, we wouldn't need much other than survival.
Gosh.
I've heard in your culture it's rude not to exchange names before doing a bargain. I am Chief Hussein.
Hey, Chief Sam. I'm Dr. Torin.
Excellence. What are you a doctor of?
That's for me to know. You need to find out later.
When is later?
Oh
Just
my
going
God.
toward.
Oh my god. You're digging yourself a grave.
I have an idea, but I would want to gather the group together, kind of a way to just have a little chat out of earshot of Hussein.
I think, Hussein, we might come back and talk to you. Maybe we can find you some more things to bargain with. Seduce really isn't worth 4 people. You don't want him.
Yeah, I'm not worth it. I'm kind of spoiled meat.
I agree. I don't believe he's worth 4.
Okay.
Maybe 1. He does seem
What other
old,
things?
though.
Oh god, here we go.
Hussein, what would be worth it for you?
And he just kind of like looks. The
Realize
only
that-
thing we seek is safety.
We can give you safety from what? Just those big guys?
The rot trolls.
So if we killed those rot trolls, you would be okay with releasing these folks to us?
How many would you need freed? We are
All the
also
ones
hungry.
in the uniform. Oh. All the ones in the uniforms, you can have the rest.
Roll a persuasion check for me. And I'll say because your other teammates are helping you and they speak Draconic, roll advantage.
19 on the first. 22 on the second.
If you can slay a number of the rot trolls, I will free the prisoners.
Okay. Where can we find these rot trolls? Any direction we should start heading?
Funnily enough, as you guys are speaking, since you've been in one area for a while, you actually hear off in the distance some trees starting to break, and then this doom, 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 followed by a huge just and like the last kind of tree, kind of mangrove, just goes flying around, and you actually see it like spin and just hit one of the lizard folk right just through like in the head and smash him back towards the ground, and goes flying. And you see just the face of this huge, bigger than the other troll, but it's like it's less green and more yellow, with just pus and slime around it. Its eye almost seems to be like sitting out of its socket. It's half drooling, half just like salivating, just everywhere around it as it screams through the swamps. And that's where we're going to end our mission tonight, friends.
They're zombie trolls, man.
Hey.
Sounds gross.
Nasty.
Grimy.
Damn.
We got this.
And we did not take a long rest.
No, I
so
think I'm
we
gonna
don't have
ask him to us next week.
We don't have our spell
It
slot.
will be fine.
I have a lot of stuff. Like, how many y'all use?
I'm going to just show you
like
guys.
4.
I think I've got a rot troll to show you. Hold on.
I feel like I only
Like
use.
a zombie troll.
Yeah, I only used.
There's
two.
a rot troll for you, friends.
Where?
It should be on the map.
Oh,
Ew. Oh, it's like
Yeah.
his muscles.
ew. That's gross.
Yeah, parts of his body just seem to be rotting away.
Huh?
Maybe it'll be easier to kill because he's not regenning. I
You
don't know.
get
Maybe
the
he
sense
does
this
regen.
one is bigger and grosser than the others that you saw before.
That's nasty.
Well, we're in for it.
So cute.
All right, friends. Well, that's the end of our mission today. We'll see you on the next one.